it's pissing me off because y'all was making it seem like Shiba was like part of like a major clan, like he was a part of it. Then we get this backstory and we find out he's not even part of a clan. He's a paid bodyguard. So it's like, okay, who really are you? And then you throw this ability in the mix of it, and it's like an error. His existence is an error. Like that, like I said, you have to add some more depth because what you were saying. It's not even seem power scaling wise. It wouldn't even seem like you can even hang as far as timeline wise right now. You're not even supposed to be hanging around with these fighters right now, and then you still in the mix whooping ass, saving it. I don't know, man. It's not making sense. It's not adding up.
I heard everything you said, and so because not only is it not adding up, he's here, like I just said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading what Homeboy is doing right now to them, as they think they just.
Yeah, because I ain't finished either.
Died at him. And I'm trying to understand, so how did everybody else get hit? Because before I ask the question, I'm rewinding this chapter. How did everyone else get hit with him?
Oh, but Shiba?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How did everyone else die but him? Like, why?
How did they kill these people?
But we're not gonna like how it happened. That's all I gotta say, bro. We're not gonna like how it happened. Everybody else is gonna eat it up, and they're gonna say they love it, and it's gonna be something probably crazy and action packed. But I don't understand what really happened here. I'm trying to finish, and I'm reading this live. I want to do this live because I really think we need to discuss this bullshit. Like this is some we are letting too much slide with Kagurabachi. I am not trying to hate on it. I want it to be successful. It already is, really. But I just truthfully don't understand why we're letting things and you know why I'm upset. And I'm gonna be real. And let me go ahead and throw my truth out here on Front Street so I can be real. So I can stay real. Haro as my witness with me as I talk about Joe. I'm mad because the things y'all tried to say was Gege's issue is really y'all man's over here issue. And I think that's why I'm upset. If the fact that y'all tried to throw the only action jacket, but this is really what y'all are eating up with this dude here with Kagurabachi is making me and Haru's head spin.
It's the story kind of been. I don't know, we was talking about how, you specifically, where Danchou was talking about how it just lost momentum or it lost that tonality after Shojo, after the Shojo fight.
Yeah,
rolling into the auction. The auction arc was interesting, but even rolling into that, it didn't still have that pressure.
I'll say the auction arc was still good. Like
it was good, but it lost some intensity.
Yes, because after Shojo died, we're looking for explanations, power system breakdown.
Yes,
like a whole spew of stuff, but some certain things that explain. Okay, we've seen some powers. How do they work on a basic level? And instead of doing that, he introduces another character with an enchanted blade type weapon.
Man, what the fuck?
Where does FlameBone? Yeah,
we don't know what that is.
FlameBone. And then even to build off what y'all were saying, like you said, you introduced Chihiro as he know not necessarily more, but he knows something about these swords that y'all don't. I was making them with my deck. Then we said, then we run into Shojo, and he he doing stuff that you.
The sword chose me. It chose me.
Yeah.
It chose me.
And then telling you don't understand y'all. I mean, of course, he he don't technically believe that that's your daddy. But then further into the fight, he you ain't understand what your daddy was really on.
Zon.
You don't really know your father like you think you do. So
I was
that
so
dynamic
excited
was
about that dynamic.
And then you said, even with the whole. Even 121 chapters in now?
Something like that, yeah.
Even at 121 chapters, I still do not grasp spirit energy versus its application with weapons and swords, or even I guess you can say gauging or scaling how much spiritual energy a person can hold. I'm not understanding none of that stuff, especially with this part 2 introduction, and we getting this, and it seems like the scale of powers was way larger back then, so I'm not really following that.
I said about this a little bit on Twitter, and it's hard kind of for me to get my words across, I think, on Twitter sometimes, because I don't see Twitter as a place where I can truly articulate myself. I always want to get quick thoughts off. You know what I'm saying? But
that's the platform.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, literally.
But I feel like for me, like with the issue, I feel like Post-Shojo was that intensity, like you said, of him having someone trying to clash with the ideals of his father and his blades. He killed the man. So to me, when you kill someone who thematically stood for that, unfortunately, you kind of kill the theme. You can't continue the theme forward. Yeah. And he's still trying to push this theme forward. Someone made the reference on Twitter. They said Kagurabachi is like Oppenheimer having a son, and everyone keeps telling him how much they love his dad because he created nukes. I said, but the one layer you miss is that he's trying to recover the nukes.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, so the layer of having to recover the nukes, you're going to have to show me different perspectives of your father's influence, because you just already showed me someone who was new to this, who didn't know your father, who wasn't there during the war, who was chosen by this blade, which means Shojo embodies something at its core. You didn't explore that farther with Shojo as a character, right? It's like how Toji kept popping up in Jujutsu Kaisen even after his death, because he still embodied something. You get what I'm saying? So it's like with Shojo, he kind of got rid of that and is still trying to embody that in different characters, but it kind of comes off lackluster because you're chasing something that kind of feels surface level to a degree. Like it doesn't feel like it's meat to the bone. Like,
yeah, you said it a while ago too, as far as like the part one, it was kind of like, you wanted to keep the action up, keep the attention there, but it seems like with this part two, like it was almost like someone tapped you on the shoulder or told you like, yeah, you need to clean this up.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like there was something there at first, either the mafia-esque tone, all of that rolling with, and then like for you to introduce to us now that there's like, what, 7 or 8 major spiritual families. Some of them work, I mean, clearly all of them work in the underground because we ain't seen them.
And we know they have no relevance current, present, because where are they?
You're telling us that
where are they?
You're telling us that Shiba is the peak of the pinnacle of sorcery, but you're not even really giving kudos to his clan just for us to find out within his clan he ain't even the most important one. It was the prophetess, the oracle. You had a whole
he's not even blood.
Not even blood.
But the thing is, though, he probably is the peak of sorcery now.
Now.
The way the past is, it's like it's a whole different timeline, the way this is being written right now. We know it's connected, of course, but like the feeling of it feels like it's a whole different timeline almost.
To the point that you was making, going back a little bit to how he kind of killed the theme by killing Shojo, it's kind of comical because he killed the theme by killing Shojo, but then introduced the swordsman that was in love with Chihiro's daddy. And he recognized Chihiro, like, am I tripping? He recognized Chihiro as his son, right? He knew, like, from his face, like, oh yeah, you're his son.
Yeah.
Which one y'all talking about?
And I low-key was about to say something weird. It was gonna say, I thought he said he realized it from his like smell or something weird. There was something weird.
I think it was something kind of weird and off like that.
It was something off where it was like, oh, I know you're...
That's the way you recognize him, but okay.
Yeah. It was the very first swordsman that he met. The very first one.
The one with the eye makeup?
With the yeah, exactly.
Or they pump fake just death?
Technically not the first swordsman he met. Technically the first one we met, because he technically knew the blonde guy, I guess.
Samura was the first.
But the way I think, but I think the way it was introduced at the time, that was the first samurai he met.
Yeah.
And like later.
That's true.
That's what I get mad about with.
Yeah.
Because it makes you like, it's vague enough to where it's like, you definitely introduced this like this. And then when he goes, no, then he does this, you're like, okay. Like, for example, you didn't say Chihiro couldn't make swords, which we would have thought that would have been addressed.
Yeah.
The moment
even if he wasn't good at it.
Because because the three of us sat there and said, so like he can't make swords? So I guess they're not going to ask him if he can make them. We're going to assume he can't make them because his dad's so special. Exactly. He keeps acting like he can't make. So we just had to roll with the obvious assumption. I didn't assume he was hiding it because How can you hide that? Wouldn't they have just straight up asked?
Because I mean, like I guess because that is just a myriad of questions come about. Because it's like, well, why now? Is the biggest one. Like, why now? Like, yeah, obviously your sword is broken, but it's like, I don't know. It's like it's for to have that skill nip tuck and not really like I mean, I guess he was like, it was always there. He worked with his dad, but it's like for not to be really foreshadowed or not really like giving us the clue that like Chihiro playing them, like, you know, like he really do know how to make them, but they don't need to know that you wasn't given none of that.
And it feels forced because we obviously get why he's in the process of making a new sword, but it seems like he could have came to this conclusion. Like, it doesn't seem like this had to, like,
so when you first broke Cloud Dodger and asked like that junk had no longer ever been used, because was that not what happened during the
you already knew.
Didn't he tell Cloud Dodger die for me?
He said it was no longer usable. I'm pretty sure that was the words that were used. Like, this isn't usable.
During the or at the end of the arc,
when it got broke,
when he used it.
Yeah, when he got broke.
Okay.
When he
used it.
Yeah, when he got broke.
Yeah, he used it in his last moments or something, right? Like, if I remember correctly.
I mean, they was like almost like implying because it was broken, like the energy of it ain't even really flowing through it like that. So it probably only really got like remnants left.
Right.
That's what they were trying to make it seem like.
Exactly.
So yeah.
He made it seem like Cloud Dodger's a sword that's now done. Like, but you know, I'm gonna use the last of it, then use the end of it, and that was that. Oh, you an old time, you had it nipped up, and you could recreate it. Using what? Did you keep pieces of it? What are you recreating it with? Did you keep pieces of it when it broke? Do you have ore left over? Do you have metals that could be? How are you making?
If he does have ore left over, how?
And another question though, didn't Cloud Gouger end up in Fake Mojito's hand?
No,
I don't remember that.
No, that was a
different sword. I thought
that was a different blade.
That's a different blade.
What sword did he have? Because he had an enchanted blade.
Remember Homeboy gave him a blade. Homeboy, the leader of Kaminati, he had a blade for him. They cooked that Mojito clone up, and I hate to call him Mojito clone. I try to avoid it, but damn it, they cooked that Mojito clone up like he was about to be a young rival to Chihiro. Like he's super, because did he die or did he escape? He's supposed to confirm that for us, Zay. We don't know. That's what it was, right, Zay? We don't know.
We don't know.
We do not know. So
yeah, the last thing that we saw was him bleeding out profusely and telling them it was two people with him. It was a girl and then one swordsman. He was like, "Please kill me. If Chihiro doesn't want to kill me, then I just want to die," or something like that.
That's so fucking weird. So if they cooking him up still to where he wants him to be someone that rivals him, Homeboy was talking like we need him to get a certain point, then we can give him a blade, then he can da. And they made it seem like they dropped the blade at him then, which was like the perfect time for him to get his blade. And which was like, bro,
I remember
it was the one that had the dreamscape crap. The one that wasn't it like some type of dreamscapey crap?
It was some like reality
bending crap.
Type of thing because the whole building crumbled, right? And then he like rebuilt it or something like that. With the true realm again, because Vic mentioned this earlier. We haven't really delved into like the spirit energy and what it means like in regards to using them with the swords. He introduced this true realm thing and then introduced like two other things after that. When the true realm by itself is the fire, like when it's fire. I was like, oh, that's wrong.
I don't even remember his name.
He has so many clean concepts that don't get executed fully.
You don't remember his name? Cause we always call him the Mojito clone.
I tried not to, bro. Yeah, I tried not to. Y'all get me every time. I try to call him by his name, but y'all get me every time. He's one of the one characters I don't remember his name. Him and his uncle name, I would never remember. I don't know why.
His uncle?
Chihiro uncle.
Oh, Chihiro's uncle. I thought you meant...
No. Akamura.
I never knew his name.
Akamura, yep, that's what it is. I knew it was something half familiar, but I couldn't.
I know a lot of people. Yeah, I know. I feel like most characters who come up, I know their names for sure.
Hirohiko.
Excuse me. Who's Hirohiko? The uncle?
The Mojito clone.
The Mojito clone Hirohiko. So who's the first dude you said?
Akamura is the uncle.
Akamura is the uncle. Okay, and then the Mojito clone is
Hirohiko.
Hold on,
I
Hiko.
was-
I'm calling that nigga Hiko.
Yeah, Hiko's
Yes.
fine.
Hiko. Hiko is cool. We gonna call him Hiko.
That's not too far from
And
Hideout.
then Akamura is the uncle.
Yes.
Akamura. Hiko Akamura. So yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna hate on Kagurabachi. I'm not hating on it. I just simply feel like we can do better.
It needs to be.
Shiba being left alive at the end of this chapter to be the quote unquote messenger when he probably had the craziest ability that everybody homeboy ran into was kind of weird.
Yeah.
If I was homeboy, he'd have been the one I killed. What do you mean? This dude was randomly teleporting me places. I wasn't worried about homeboy just putting random gravity on me, and this dude was teleporting me. I'm gonna kill you. And one of you other ones could be the messenger. What the heck?
Yeah.
I don't know. But of course, plot armor.
That's the thing too. Didn't even make sense because like I feel like there's never been a time when someone is spared because they're the strongest, so that they can be the messenger.
No.
You just need someone with a mouth.
No, literally, you just need someone with a mouth.
You need someone with a mouth.
Kill the strongest. The strongest can die. Like what the heck?
Okay,
But I don't know.
okay. I was confused. I was like, okay, like now I'm getting what y'all was saying made sense. I was like, okay, you're right. He didn't have cloud gougers. So I was like, where the fuck did he get this blade? It was the technically the first swordsman we met. It was his blade. Oh yeah, okay.
It was his sword technically.
It was his
So
sword.
he had took his sword and was fighting with his sword.
When the Hishaku pulled up on Chihiro's dad and whacked him, they took some.
They took that. Yeah, they took the blades, right? And so they had right. Mm-hmm. Correct.
So yeah, but like you said, I'm not gonna hate on Kagurabachi, but it's a lot of refinement because like especially a lot of refinement that's needed or more a clean explanation, a backup explanation for a lot of stuff because like I was saying, the sorcery itself is just such up in the air. It's just so matter of fact. Like this character has this ability and this has this ability, and like what does all that really mean? Like what does all that really mean? Like what happened to the Soga clan? I mean, maybe we'll find that out, but it's like for you to drop on.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would say for you to drop on us that the Soga clan was heavily involved with the government making predictions and premonitions. Why was none of that mentioned before?
Yeah,
like to a tiny bit degree. You ain't have to give us the full-fledged explanation, but a minuscule amount. Like you making it seem like the Kaminabi holding all this weight. Like who are these guys?
And that's why I said that like this flashback, it feels like a whole different timeline. Like it feels like it's a whole different universe. Things be happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so it just throws my mind for a loop. Like seeing some. I'm not gonna judge the flashback too hard until it's complete because I'm gonna wait until his complete vision of what happened in the past happens because we already know like what the present's going on. So there's a lot of stuff that we don't see right now in the present to either you gonna make sense of, you know what I'm saying? By this point, like you mentioned it, like I said before, somebody tapped him and said, you gotta make sense of this. Like what led up to them feeling like they some super war criminals and all of this. You gotta show us why it was so bad. Why was it so bad, you know?
And Manga, go ahead.
I'm gonna be the one to disagree with y'all. I'm gonna hate a little bit.
Go ahead, do it.
I think
do it.
Some of it. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because I want it to be good. Some of this writing is truly lazy.
It is. You're right.
And it's irritating. Like two things specifically. And so one, I'll start with FlameBone. FlameBone, and I forgot again, we gotta get better with names, but the girl who's using FlameBone, we seen her 2 times. Or shoot, was it 2 times? Or was it just the one time when she fought Chihiro?
Did you need? We seen her a few times.
We saw her too, because she fought Chihiro. We saw her like a few times. She fought Chihiro. She pulled up like an escort, like at the auction, and then it was like right before he went on like his little road kind of stuff.
See, I count that as like the same, because it was around like the same like 15-20 chapter range of like when we see her.
No, because the first time you see her is dead ass like first arc type shit.
Yeah. We see her early.
Second time you see her isn't until auction.
Oh, my fault.
So you dealing with the whole Shoujo madness in between, then you get her brought back in the auction. So if you got a little bit of a gap, maybe this might be between 1 and 30.
Okay.
So you got like a gap in there, but like,
but we were told or led to believe that she was one of the strongest people in the Kaminabi, and I was expecting when they raided the base that she was going to be there, and it's fine,
I'm insane. Kaminari her name. My bad. Go ahead, continue.
And maybe I missed it, but it didn't even seem like her name was mentioned. And that's what like threw me off. I was like, wait a minute, where is she at? Like, no one's. People mentioned Shiba, people mentioned this other dude with the coins, but never mentioned her. And I'm like, why is the only person with an enchanted blade equivalent never, like, rarely mentioned?
It seems like that's the only reason, like, they even kind of respect her. It seems like she's like the rebel or like the delinquent of the Kamunabi, but because she was able to tame or master FlameBone, it's like, okay, well then we gotta put some respect on her name or whatever. But yeah, right. I think that's why they treat her like like she's just another underling for real.
Right, they do.
Yeah,
they do.
The second thing I was gonna mention was, again, I would talk about the flashback, but again, I'll wait until it's over so we get full context. But not everything, most of the stuff that happened with Samura pissed me off. Because
yeah, no, I agree. I do agree.
He was a traitor.
I agree.
He was a traitor, and I was like, oh, okay, that's different. Okay, cool, whatever. But then he sees his daughter, who he hasn't seen in years, or actually, I keep saying that. I actually don't know how long the timeline's been, because that flashback was also kind of wonky in my mind.
Yes.
But he hasn't seen her. And Chihiro's fighting him, and he was like, no, we can do better. Like, I can destroy the blade, blah, blah, blah. And someone's like, no, you're not strong enough. He sees his daughter for like 2 seconds, and then he just magically changes his mind. He heals his eyes. And I'm like, dude, you could have healed your eyes this whole time? What?
Yeah.
But it's not a problem with him healing his eyes. I just didn't understand what was the
point,
the emotional and the psychological
value
evolution that he went through to say, you know what, I can actually see the world. What was that? What was that moment? Him seeing his daughter? Because he already saw his daughter 3 chapters before that moment. So I'm like, I don't understand why that was the chapter that he decided to, like, okay.
The way it was some bullshit was because they was making it seem like he was that nigga. I mean, and in those moments, he was. So they was making it seem like the only way we can handicap this nigga is if we get his daughter. Then we go into those events and we find out your daughter not even really in danger no more. But even before that, Chihiro talking to Samura, like, bro, like, why you doing this? How you gonna flip on us? He like, bro, I ain't even really tripping. Once I do what I do, kill all the swordsmen, I'm gonna kill these dudes too. If you that nigga and you can just kill anybody,
what's the point of you doing all of this anyway?
Let's handle this in a different order. Where's your priority?
What's the point of you doing all of this anyway?
Like, restructure all of this.
What's the point of you doing all of this anyway? That's what I'm saying, bro.
You big brother owl, eye in the sky. You can never be anywhere you want simultaneously. And yet, your scientific method, your procedure is all out of order, brother. I'm sorry.
It wasn't making sense to me.
I'm not even sure what hypothesis you tested right now.
And then you were faking deaths because you knew there was no. And then it's like, okay, you're doing it to break this. Okay, this is what makes me mad about Kagurabachi. I can tell, the answer to Zay's question, I can tell you on paper what the psychological moment is. But I know for a fact it was bad execution. I just know what the author was trying to do. Right? But it wasn't good enough execution. I know your psychological break is supposed to be like, you understand now there's something to see in the future. I know that's the metaphor you're trying to make. That wasn't executed well. How was that executed well? She didn't do anything to really showcase that. All really what happened was him and Chihiro kept fighting. And Chihiro kept saying, I'm going to keep fighting you. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep fighting.
Literally.
I'm going to keep fighting. And then that made him go, oh yeah, I guess I can believe in the power of the youth. And it's like, that's like, it was, I mean, it's shonen. It's shonen. I tell you, I mean, it is. And I'm not even saying necessarily derogatory. I'm just saying,
yeah,
it's shonen.
The cherry on top for me was that I genuinely liked Samura and his daughter's backstory. And it was just it irritated me because I'm like, bro, I want to like this so much, but it just don't make sense.
It pissed you off because like it was to a level of it was getting predictable because like once you realize he was wavering, oh like you're like okay, well we know where this finna go. We're not. Yeah. He's not gonna kill his daughter. She's showing a little bit of sword skill, so of course we're gonna add her to the team. So but it was just like even though we knew it was going on that path, like you said, the execution of it was just like
it's right. Like like Zay said, it ended up being lazy because he already knew that he was going to go that way. So it wasn't going to be it's not too much to force it. It just got to get done. It just got to get there and it got to look raw when it happens.
And then again, like
people are going to say it's cool.
I can hear people just saying like, like enjoy the fights. It's like we do, and that's the only reason why we critiquing this.
That's literally why I'm here. That's the only reason why I'm here. I'm here because I like the fights. That's why I'm here.
Because that's the only reason why I'm here. The shit is clean, so it's like, brother, give these fights some weight. give them some weight. Have the error going there
because your plot is just barely better than Sakamoto Days. That's the only reason why you ain't dropped.
Yeah.
Like it's
a tier or two.
It's just a tier or two better. It's just a tier or two better because that Sakamoto Days plot was bad. That was really bad. But that's the only reason I'm still here.
But to my point of like bringing those two specifically up, because we're talking about the fight, the plot, the overarching theme of the story. I feel like those two things, along with shoujo and some other stuff, clearly highlight the problems with the power system itself. Because those two things highlight Samura, who's on the side of the enchanted blade users, but then also FlameBone, who is the only person we've seen who has something they said is equivalent to the enchanted blade, and we haven't gotten an explanation with her. And then the stuff with Samura was just so like flip floppy. It just threw the whole story off for me. Yeah, those two things specifically, along with this shoujo stuff in the first arc, those things really I feel like did it in.
Like you said, because like I think because what you're hinting at with FlameBone is there is a completely different, deeper power lower here. So like when we did the little bit of research on the wiki as far as like what FlameBone actually is, like because some of it does you do forget of it. This is like an entity that she's summoning to like almost to do her bidding, or like to fight for it. Because she can use it remotely, she can protect herself with it, and she can summon the parts of the bones up as like an attack or whatever. So with all of that, that's just like the Sazanami clan. They got the storehouse, but then they also have the Isu or whatever. So what you're suggesting is that each of these families have their own different practices and cultivations and all this stuff, even within I guess you could say
like Hishaku, that Oracle stuff.
You're right. The Hishaku was more like a motley crew, so they might have a combination of stuff or whatever. But each of these families have, it seemed like a very foundational stuff that could give us a better idea of what's going on with your power system. But we're not touching on that at all. So it's like I don't know.
It's just lately done. It's just action sequence after next action sequence to continue to push the plot forward. It's like I said before, it's the issue that they tried to say Jujutsu Kaisen had. And they're praising Kagurabachi for it.
And the one thing I will say though, the fights are clean, but you're not even flexing your characters enough.
No.
Nope.
Gojo flexed Jogo early. And my bad, flexed on Sukuna too early. Shiba, everything he do off screen.
Chihiro is okay, I guess.
Right.
He came off so raw. I thought you was gonna let me see this kid snap, especially after when he did the Sojo. I thought you were gonna just show me this kid, and not saying he had to beat everyone he ran into. You needed to show me he was a cut above a good group of these niggas. Because he was ducked off too long.
You showed Chihiro is the swordsman who don't have sword skills. It's like, okay.
Like,
yeah. He literally is pure talent.
That was supposed to make sense.
Pure talent and gift.
So this whole time he wasn't learning how to use a blade that he had? He just was using it.
He
But the way it doesn't make sense is the way I seen Chihiro pop up on them niggas in chapter 1. You mean to tell me he didn't have blades kill?
It was the fact that
They were just fodder.
So because that just leads to the question. Well, what the fuck was he doing for those 3 years, Shiba? And
Shiba,
if he can't use active sorcery like you, and he only know how to manipulate his energy through these swords, so that's
the master of the blade.
And in direct comparison to JJK, what the fuck was Yuta doing? You're not telling me Yuta not a swordsman or a swordsman.
Thank you.
You're not telling me that.
Thank you. That nigga sat there and said, with that cockroach.
I'm saying even what we got in JJK 0 when he was asking,
but we knew he wasn't though. He was learning,
right?
He was learning.
But that's what I'm saying. We know he's not 3 years in right now.
True.
We know he's only learning. But he's learning. He's learning curse energy, but he's learning it through a sword.
Right.
And you're telling me
so he has to learn how to fight with a sword.
He can't use sorcery. So what other fucking means do he got besides a sword? And you telling me this nigga don't got sword skills?
Exactly. That was crazy. That's what's crazy.
And it's
wait a minute, not to cut you off, Tuesday though.
Yeah.
This is why Shiba really don't make sense to me. Let's say you ducked off Chihiro for 3 years, right? 3 years you ducked him off. Let's just run with it that you can't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? All this other stuff. So the swordsman that 3 years later that she told you knew that Chihiro could trust, that was a number one stand of his dad. You didn't think to grab that nigga 3 years ago when his dad got off and Chihiro was hiding in secret? And you didn't think to go get the number one fan of him to go be the one? And then we find out that homeboy is one of the nicest at the sword style? You didn't think to go grab him to go...
And
just those two were.
But that's how you know. But that's how you know he's making these characters up really as he's going, because you gotta really think about it, bro. That does not make sense. And why would you have such a stand of a character and then he doesn't? What's the? Come on.
And to add to your point, when we get this flashback, it seems like even how Shiba went and just snatched Rokuhira up and brought him to the meeting. It seems like Shiba already operates in this little rebel mode. He do what he wants because he can teleport and all this kind of shit. So you're not telling me that Shiba doesn't have connections. Even if nobody's to be trusted, you're not telling me Shiba doesn't have connections, because if nobody
just got plot device connections, that's all.
If nobody was to be trusted, your neck would already be on the line right now, or something. You would be tainted and shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. Whereas this dude is a number one stand, and y'all had no problem trusting him when Chihiro first meets this dude on that train to protect his life. There was no problem trusting him, no problem treating him as that guy. Chihiro gets emotional about thinking he's seen him die. Why is he just not meeting him, Shiba?
Yeah.
That does not make sense to me.
And
that doesn't... And she, like you said, we just seen in a flashback, Shiba would just grab a nigga and pop on a meeting like, hi.
No problem.
So what?
You can teleport, my nigga. So even if a nigga was a problem, you could get the fuck on. Like you do anyway.
Yeah.
Like you do.
We just found out you could manipulate weight, height. Back then.
So
yeah.
And you caught the pinnacle of sorcery now.
Pinnacle.
And
then we haven't
like,
seen
what?
it.
The fact that we only thought this nigga could teleport. And we like, well, damn, like, okay, you nice, but you must be the coldest teleporter ever. Like, show some of that shit or whatever, right? They can't touch you.
He can teleport you because of an error.
You can change niggas' physical property. Get in the field.
Literally.
Wow, beat someone.
Fight on camera.
Like, what?
The only thing we seen of Shiba was 2 off-screen fights, and then
this.
And then this. And then before at the end of part 1, all he was doing was saving people. That's all he could do.
Hold on. Nah, I just got mad. Why did Shiba look like he took some damage fighting that homeboy in the auction when this motherfucker was doing shit like this in the past? That little boy should have been a piece of... Why did he look like he...
Because they try to make it seem like it was effortless, because that was off screen too. But
Yeah, it was.
it's like,
But the way the room looked, it looked like there was like some really boxing really
He gave
happening
you a
there.
little
And
bit of a
he
little-
It
he
looked-
gave you a
it
little
looked
bit of
nasty
a
in there.
because he sat there and was sitting there like some. Ooh, that took a little bit of work to get that guy. That should have been no Shiba.
like if Shiba who
Don't
he
play
is,
with me,
he should have pulled up on motherfucking Samura. Like, you need to rethink your plans,
man, bro. You tripping?
This,
If
you
it
doing
had
this-
to be me and you in here,
you doing this now? You need to rethink this, brother.
bro. Shiba
Yeah.
should be a force to wreck. When Chihiro came on the field, and then everybody found out Shiba's backing him, it should have been a. Whoa.
Oh,
What do you mean she was backing you? What's
'Cause
happening?
the-
They
'cause the
shouldn't
last-
even have felt. They shouldn't even felt comfortable pushing up on Chihiro. But the fact that they felt comfortable really pushing their political weight on him kind of made me go, okay, well, Shiba not who we think he is then, because like they not worried about you. They just gonna push their weight. And I'm not trying to compare everyone to Gojo, but when you start saying stuff like people are pinnacles of sorcery
That's who you're
in a
hinting at.
in a sorcery manga.
That's who
The
you're
main
hinting
op
at.
is saying this.
In a
That's weird.
sorcery manga, I'm assuming, and this dude is backing my MC, I'm assuming this is a problem.
If the
Really?
last nigga he pulled up on y'all with was a nigga who made the enchanted blades that gave y'all all y'all weight. Y'all wouldn't be shit without these enchanted blades. He gave y'all all y'all weight. If the last nigga he pulled up with was a nigga who did that, why are we questioning this? And he's telling y'all he the son of this nigga.
Like,
What-
bro.
What is there really to question?
And then what's even wilder is I'm gonna go back to Jujutsu Kaisen comparison, just because I feel like it just makes sense. The higher ups wanted Yuji dead. What did they do? Gojo, there's this crazy mission overseas. They need your help. Sent that man overseas and then said, all right, y'all, let something loose over there and go crazy. Something loose go crazy. Send that Yuji. Send him. You Gojo not here. Send him over there. Let something happen. Hopefully the curse wound kills him. Send him over there. Hopefully that happens before Gojo get back. You get what I'm saying? Like they had to move because they knew like if we do it while Gojo can just like teleport and go, ta-da, Yuji will be okay. He has to be overseas. He has to be out the mix. You get what I'm saying? Shiba moves in this way where no one seems to check him. No one seems to know where he's at. He's not affiliated to anybody. He's not affiliated to anything. That's how he moves. So Chihiro, I feel like, should be way more empowered because he's trying to give Chihiro this underdog story when you really kind of gave Chihiro a head start in front of everybody. And but you're trying to treat him like an underdog when really he should have a step above it.
He's an underdog because the people around him are incompetent. that's how you writing it for it.
True.
Even like you said, he should definitely. I think he still is the underdog because he's still severely underestimated. But like you said, though, he has.
That's only because Shiba didn't put in his work to help him.
He didn't. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And that's
Even
because of the
half
writing.
a year of training.
You're not telling me
a full 3 years.
You're not telling me 3 years ducked off with an enchanted sword. This man has not unlocked everything he could possibly unlock about an enchanted sword. And he grew up repairing them with his father. What else does he need to learn? After growing up after you grew up repairing the things, 3 years using one, what else should you you should already know there's things to apply based on your time growing up with it.
Didn't he make Enten with his father?
Yes. He repaired other blades, kept the other blades up to par with his father, clearly learned how to make them from scratch,
Yeah.
So now you're telling me that he didn't he didn't have most of all of this unlocked?
It was funny to me. Like me and Zay was on the wiki the other day. We was reading. I was just going back, just refreshing myself and reading the abilities that Enten has. And I'm like, wait a minute. His sword can absorb abilities and then use them later.
Yes.
So I was like, bro, I forgot. We were sitting there reading. I said, I forgot that he absorbed flames from FlameBone.
Yes. Use it later.
I said, wait a minute, bro.
He's raw, bro. Like
he's raw.
The kid is raw.
He copied Samura's feather technique with his fish. Like that shit is wrong.
That fight was so good. That fight was so clean.
He's so raw.
So you're not telling me he doesn't know shit, because it's the fact that he sees shit mid fight and go, oh, I could do that. Even the sword draw technique that wasn't enchanted.
Yeah.
He did the shit. So how you?
And then you telling me now he got the same eyes as his dad. It's like, okay, bro. Then like,
bro, that genuinely pissed me off.
This, bro, at the end of the day, Chihiro should be missing nothing. So you're making up what he's missing. You're making it up. Like you're saying, oh, he doesn't have the source skill. You have to make that up, because I didn't think this whole time Chihiro didn't know how to use us. Bro, there was nothing you showed me, Chihiro, this whole time to make me think he wasn't a swordsman. If an anime nerd came to me and said, I don't consider Chihiro a swordsman, before this whole thing, before that whole E.R. White style stuff, I would have said, why? What is he showing? I don't know. The fact that everything he does is with a blade? Like, I'm confused. Like he does everything. He has not shown us nothing, none of this. None of it.
And he hasn't thrown a punch. That's actually crazy.
Nigga, every chapter cover got a katana on that bitch. Why wouldn't he be a swordsman, my nigga?
Like, that's the first thing I'm thinking.
Maybe the only thing I could tell, like you said, like he's stacked up. The only thing that I probably could buy is that, like, within Chihiro's 3 years of training, he never actually killed a man.
Right.
So like his techniques and shit is sharp as hell, but he never actually spilled blood.
But or his techniques are sharp, but he's never been in combat. So there's certain battle senses and things. That style you practice was on like a wooden figure, bro, or like Shiba ain't really the full experience of your training. Or you get what I'm saying? Like, I could see that, and then so there being like this little narration, like his battle senses is what was his gap, right? And so we see him overcoming that, but that can't last more than an arc or two.
Or even like, like even him tapping into like some sense
matter of fact, that would have been the whole point of Sojo. Like, bro, you ain't got the real bloodlust. That's why this enchanted blade chose me. And he's all like, nah, what you mean? Like, I built, like, you know, and then him overcoming that and having to taking Sojo out was like his
wake-up call for real.
His wake-up call for real. Like,
even if that wasn't the arc, the next arc should have been that for the exact same, different reasons, but good enough reasons.
Good enough reasons, exactly.
Good enough.
Even if he was still catching bodies before, and the other bodies he felt was kind of more so like he saw those people as like kind of nameless or whatever, but then the Sojo thing, it felt more personal. None of the other stuff felt personal for him, while the Sojo one felt more personal. I could buy that. He's only 15, 16 years old. He may have been disassociated. He may have been disassociated this whole time. But then a Sojo scrap is someone nice like him with an enchanted blade. He hasn't fought another enchanted blade user before. And he's like, and the dude's talking about, you ain't that man daddy. You ain't raw enough to be, I'm that man's son. You ain't raw enough to be his son. And then he's like, excuse me? Like,
right.
You know, he can't ignore that. Like, that's like hitting them, like, you know, it's him having to really address it. You know, I could buy all of that. Sojo was a vehicle for so much greatness. He knew what he was doing when he made that. He knew.
To add to that point of things dropping off after Sojo, and then if we want to extend it to the auction, that as well. Man, I was looking. This was me and Vic was on the phone. I was looking at some of the dialogue, bro, and this is the point I was making about lazy writing. Some of the stuff that he was saying, I'm sure you don't even remember this. When he was fighting FlameBone, she was thinking to herself like, okay, he's the one who killed. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about, bro. He's the one who killed Cloud Gorger, and she referred to Cloud Gorger as. Let me not even.
Oh God, my man Vic laughing. Oh God.
When you hear him say this shit, bro, I was like, I forgot they even said that.
It's so corny, bro.
And while my man is looking for these, welcome back to the Three Layer Lotus Podcast. You asked.
40 minutes in.
40 minutes in. Welcome back, and we're gonna drop it just like this. Don't even care how y'all feel about it. You're a clown. But yes, thank you so much for coming back to the Three Layer Lotus Podcast. You guys here at the Danchou's Hideout. I hope y'all like the fact that we on camera. You see how hype he is, the fact that we on camera? We just get right to it and talking.
I find it so funny. We didn't even give like, hey guys, we're on camera.
We're not. Kagurabachi wasn't even the original topic we was getting ready to talk about. But we here. This is the energy. This is usually us when we together. So I think we finally feeding off energy like his. Like we
letting the mangaka know how much we really fuck with the original creativity of your story, bro.
Facts.
But if we gonna eat, you gotta feed us more, man. You gotta get in that kitchen. You gotta get in that studio. You feel me? You gotta get in that garage. You gotta put some work in, man.
You need to go ahead and go in the comments. Everybody blow this video up so that he can go in the comments and let us know what season he has in his cabinet, so we can let him know what he needs to go pick up from the store.
Bro, I don't know why you said that, bro. We the only people who don't like Kagurabachi.
But the thing is, though, I'm not gonna say I dislike it.
Come put us in our place. Tell us what we're not.
Okay, I do kind of dislike it, but don't look at me like that.
No, I think it's we want to like it.
That's what it is. I want to like it.
It's very clear. We want to like it.
Yeah,
we definitely do.
I do. Yeah, I want to like it more.
Stuff, it's a lot of stuff that we like. All right, bro. Like I found the quote.
What's the bar? Give it to me.
So she fighting Chihiro, and she says, according to Kazane, Akigara and the others were mowed down by lightning's high speed. Right after this, she says, and this is the high speed that killed that high speed. It's beyond what I imagined. It's the high speed that killed the high speed.
It's like
you couldn't come up with a better sentence.
Where's
maybe that's mistranslated. Maybe that's mistranslated.
And that's what I thought. That's exactly.
Maybe
what I thought.
that's mistranslated because sometimes
my
these translators be because that's bad. That's
where's the thesaurus?
Yeah, where's the thesaurus? I'm like,
let's get some synonyms in this bitch, nigga. Damn.
But yeah, I was looking back at the fight and I'm like, bro, ain't no way she said this.
Dang, maybe that's mistranslated. We might have to find some raws, bro, and get
really
a translator to tell us what this said. Because that's bad. Like, that's bad.
It could have, like, if she just said this is the high speed that killed the lightning, I would have been fine.
Right. Or this speed is even beyond that. Would have been just. This speed is even beyond that. I don't know what this is. That would have let me know. You don't even have the wherewithal, the lexicon to even tell me what you're experiencing.
I was about to say, maybe they try to make her seem like she a meathead. That's how she talks.
Literally, bro.
That's bad.
And then this is my last, like, part of, like, hating on some of the writing. And y'all agree with this. When now, chapter 87. It's crazy that I just pulled this up, like, straight away. I didn't.
Okay, chapter 87. Okay.
Chapter 87.
Okay.
This is middle of the Hishaku raiding the Kamunabi base. And the leader Hishaku wants to go relieve himself in the bathroom.
Yo, let me tell you something. No, I'm gonna be real. Before you continue, this has pissed Zay off so bad. Zay has brought this up probably.
This is my third time.
Oh, the third or fourth. Like, bro, I know this is pissed you off because you have brought this up so many times. I know this pissed you off. because
so for the people who wasn't. Oh wait, we never talked about this.
No.
So never mind. Mind you, I stopped reading Kagurabachi around like chapter 75-ish or something, and I was reading it. I'm caught up now, and this was the chapter I'm reading. I'm just like, ain't no way. They dropping stuff like this. This is ridiculous. So the leader of the leader of Hishaku needs to go to the bathroom to relieve himself. He's asking someone, this old man, hey, where is the bathroom? He's like, I don't want to tell you, blah, 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 blah. And then he says, well then, here's an idea. I'll toss a coin. If I win, you'll direct me to the bathroom, okay? And he said, and if I win, you can take my life.
Was the guy the front desk security?
I don't know. It was an old man. I think it was some front. He was at some desk. He was front desk security.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, what was the point of this? To show that the Hishaku leader, he just about that life. Like he don't care about like.
Yes.
What? And then right after that, he gets into a fight that he's not easily winning against some people that aren't supposed to be that strong. an enchanted blade user who doesn't have his enchanted blade anymore.
True.
And then a brother of an enchanted
The
blade
user.
and he's not like losing, but he's not like piecing them either. Like he's not.
And then
like,
he's
putting them in
tied
the
up
dirt.
with his homeboy, who's one of his underlings, right? One of the
Shortly after the coin flip scene, he runs into Chihiro, and Chihiro lops off a hand. Has he not?
Wait.
No, not Chihiro. Chihiro didn't do that.
Who
cut
got
his
off
hand
of
off?
here?
Chihiro wasn't in there yet.
When did he get his hand off?
That was the dude who loved Chihiro daddy.
Oh,
cut
the
it.
swordman without the
Got
without
you.
the
Oh,
blade during the fight.
Wait, you mixing stuff up.
No, but I thought he jumped
Chihiro.
in.
No. Chihiro cut the Hishaku leader's hand off in the auction arc.
Right, that's when it was.
But in this arc, the swordsman that
right.
was fighting with the Hishaku leader, he got his hand cut off by one of the two guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
For no reason, by the way. For zero reason. He just did it just for the love of the game. Like he just like, oh.
Let's make this fight harder.
Let's make it more interesting.
He did.
Hishaku leader,
Because he said that too.
the Hishaku leader looking at him like, bro,
Take
like,
this seriously.
Can we? I know we strong, but like we not this strong. We need to like get.
He
it
did
together.
look at him like, take this seriously. He did say that to him.
And then even to add to your point too, I think like the coin flip scene is like one of the weakest aura farms I've ever seen. But also it was I guess it was trying to give you a hint of his personality that like, you know, he lives on the edge. He's like some gambler, you know, every day is a risk for him. You know, he could die any day, but it was just poorly executed.
It was forced.
conveyed.
It was forced.
Yeah, it was
really forced because we didn't really get that up until that one scene. It's not like we got that when we first got introduced.
Before
to
then,
him.
he seemed way more calculated. Like he seemed like he
Yes.
was a very calculated guy. Like
This is too goofy.
I'm gonna be real. Like I maybe this was my assumption. It was. I'm fine with it being clarified now. I mean, as we get the story. But my assumptions was when the Hishaku whacked this nigga daddy, it wasn't just some young whippersnappers enacting revenge. They was making it seem like it was some old school. Like they're like,
Yes.
this clan been around for a minute. They deep in like maybe dark sorcery. We don't know because we don't know what's going on in the power system.
And I don't like the fact that now the clan that popped up, the group that popped up and killed his dad is pretty much obsolete and now has been taken over by his uncle. And it just makes me sit there and kind of go like, so your dad was off by some nobodies who at the end of the
that's
day.
what I'm saying. You go like when Chihiro making the claim that I'm gonna get these swords and I'm gonna find out who the fuck the the Hishaku is. That's making it seem like this is gonna be a story long problem.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly, it is, but you made the Hishaku seem like they were gonna hold a lot more weight and they were gonna be way more involved throughout this story.
They're already over. He's already skipped over that and has dived into, okay, now Chihiro's getting into the deeper plot of the meaning behind why the blades were made and the war that created it all, which is where the Oppenheimer part makes sense. But it blows my mind because it's like you said, Chihiro made it seem like this is a group of people who no one seems to really have a lot of information on. And somehow these people got info on my dad, effed him up, took all the blades, dipped out, and got some super evil scheme going on. And I don't really know what they got going on, but I need to find them and stop them because my dad didn't believe in these things being used for evil and for war. Okay? It would have made complete sense to me if still, I can't trust the government because the government still wants to use the blades the way they want to use them. But maybe I can trust the swordsman. You know how hard it would have been if like he got linked up with the swordsman and like the swordsman legit became like his new like faction, his new squad, because he's like carrying on his dad's will and now they're going after the blades, but they have to like really find information. It would
even if it was only like 3 of them.
That would even if it was only 3 of them, and it would have been even crazier if some of them or one of them were with the Hishaku and betrayed his dad somehow and like did all of that. Like that still would have been a fine plot line depending on how we make it shake. Like
another point that I did not like was that Samura shit when he had to kill all the swordsmen because there was some contract connecting all the fucking swords. That didn't make a lick of fucking sense.
To the swordsmen, it was like that was so forcing.
That didn't make a lick of sense to me because you already have to fucking bond your soul with the sword anyway. You already got a for life contract with the individual sword. How do all the swords together connect? I don't get that shit. I don't
because but this is what they're gonna. And I'm
real quick. My point's real short. I feel like Samura's plan was very like drawn out. From when we got all the information, it seemed like it could have been just way more simpler than what he was trying to like
do. Yeah,
that's all I was
real
saying.
Complicated.
That's all I was saying.
Yeah. And I think this is what he's gonna do. He's gonna make it seem like all the swords are connected because the giant ore is one big ass ore under the ocean.
I think he did hint to that actually,
and I think that's what they're gonna do. He's gonna make it seem to where all the one big ore for somehow creates the different blades types with the different abilities. They're God. They're all connected, but somehow the insect is the core thing, and that's why they're all connected to the insect because the insect is the core entity that represents the freaking stone and the deity. And then so they're gonna end up probably either showing us other members of that clan that use powers that were similar to the other swords, and so that we see why the swords could do what they do, or we're not gonna see that. We're just gonna see more of that insect stuff, and somehow, somewhere, we're gonna show how ore is stolen, taken. Something's gonna happen in that way where they have to create the blades and kill them because then they say they use the blades to kill them.
Akamura killed them all.
Yeah, so Akamura killed them all,
and they fought Akamura to put him in jail.
But which is weird, right? Because I guess because what they're trying to say is Akamura killed everybody on some genocidal nationalist crap. So then they tried to say that they played good guy and said, well, you just killed all those people. You can't do that. And then fought him to lock him up.
But how did they fight him?
My thing is though, when did they get the blades is what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, that's
when were the blades made? When did they come into play? Because I thought the whole concept was they had stolen ore, made the blades, and killed members on the island. First it was an island. Now it's underwater. I don't know which it is.
Do remember the new guy that's pulling up, smoking everybody right now, did say, if y'all find Dot and Shiki within Tokyo and Japan, that shit ours too. So maybe it was some ore
that they found over there. And so now, right. Japan. And so now they started making the blades from the Danshiki. So they probably said, okay, we need to see if we can find something similar to that in Japan because this clan is already originally from there anyway. So there probably got to be some original ore there somewhere. Okay.
Bro, this flashback has to be lengthy, don't it? For it to make sense?
Yes.
This one then there gotta be a whole this gotta be a multi-arc story.
I'm telling you this is gonna be the whole part 2, and then part 3 is gonna be him, Chihiro, coming back, I guess, because
it can't be no time skips in this. We need all the information because we haven't got the.
But let me tell you something. He's a lazy enough writer to where it's gonna be there's gonna be time skips. He's not gonna give us that detail
because Chihiro's dad young as hell. You're gonna have to show you're not gonna show them building a relationship with his mother. You're just gonna time skip and show us that they've been flirting behind the scenes and now she's pregnant. Yes. And
I mean, I'm cool with time skips, but I feel like there's gonna be time skips in the wrong areas, and there's gonna glance over stuff that was
he's probably not gonna even show major progressive battles that in between the island, the Mikaboshi, and
no.
Probably just gonna
jump to major battles. It's gonna jump to. It's gonna
He's just gonna show us dialogue points where the war's been going on for this amount of years. We need something big to push our side. Is it all that kind of bullshit?
Yeah, he's gonna try to do what Ishida's doing right now in Trojan X, where he showed us how the war started, but they didn't show us all 3 years. He gave us the key battles of how to start and how they really start this war going on, and then skip saying it's been 3 years of them doing this back and forth. But that's the point. It's been 3 years of back and forth, so he's not showing us all of that. Now he's jumping back into the key progressive battles that's going to shift the plot line. He's gonna skip some battles that we really should see to probably show us just really big stuff. You know?
If he gonna give us the Koji and I forget his name, Akenu. He'll give us the Koji Akenu 7-day fight.
Basically, yeah. Basically, yeah.
You know what's really going to throw my mind off a cliff with Kagura?
What?
If we get this whole flashback and he still don't tell us how Chihiro Daddy got snaked.
No, he has to tell us how he got snaked. He has to.
He doesn't?
He has to.
Doesn't, though?
And it has to make sense. And it has to make sense. Because if it's not Shiba snitched, what is it?
Well, we know it's one of those leaders of the Kamunabi, though.
Do we?
We know that he...
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it has to be because they're the
the
ones that
beard.
knew who he was. Yeah.
The bearded dude. Yeah. But was Shiba the only one who knew though?
I thought Shiba
That's
was
a-
the only person that knew where he
That's
was.
what I'm saying. It's gonna have to be like Shiba made some very dumbass, lackluster,
Moves.
maybe
Mistake.
Yes.
Exactly.
and or you a snake. So I don't know.
Because the one leader of the Kaminabi, he made it clear, like, he said, I would do anything, even kill, blah, 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 blah. So he definitely was in charge of that raid of Chihiro Daddy's crib. And ended up.
But that's also what I was saying about the Hishaku too. It's like outside of them just seeing like, he was making it seem like the Hishaku was like, even that the fact that the Kaminabi didn't have a lot of information on them, they were making it seem like these were the big bad. Like, yeah, we handle problems, but the Kaminabi still trying to figure out what the fuck the Hishaku are. Like, what we...
You know what I really think at the end of the day, you know why all this don't make sense? The timeline's too close together.
With what? Exactly?
Everything.
Past events, current events,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's too close together.
Everything happened back to back.
Yeah. Everything's too close together. There's no real breathing room because how old was Chihiro's dad when he died? 30 something?
Yeah.
30 something. Chihiro was what? 11, 12. So when you really think
12,
about it,
yeah.
bro, like, so that means Chihiro was born when they was still at war?
Yeah, cause she ain't here no more. So that adds up too, cause that means like fresh after the war, he going to hiding because ain't no need for the fucking swords no more. My nigga right in jail. I mean, yeah, like you said, all this shit is happening.
So I think it gets hard to keep clean because the events are too close together. He's not giving stuff realistic breathing room. That's like Gojo.
I was just about to say JJ.
Bro, that's like Gojo and Ghetto situation happening. And then 6 months later, we get the events of JJK0. No, they had to finish being students, be adults for a few years. Like,
I was gonna say because the events of JJK's timeline, all that shit is, and you was trying. I was like,
you was trying to copy that.
directly trying to compete, but not JJK0, but JJK. That shit, all that shit was back to back.
Right.
What's funny though, like the one part that actually would have made sense if it was
this is his hidden inventory, but it's gonna be much longer. Dead ass.
Absolutely.
Because hidden inventory is what sets up the events for everything we know to happen in JJK. If Ghetto and Gojo go through what they went through with Toji, Kenjaku wouldn't have been able to get Ghetto body.
Dang.
He wouldn't have been able to grab Tengen because a star plasma vessel wouldn't have, would have been, he would have been fresh with. So this is his hidden inventory, but it's not as clean because he didn't keep his events. And now he has to give us this long thing because he's made it based in this grand war that kind of just happened.
Damn.
It's funny because like the part that was quote unquote long was the 3 years that Chihiro was with Shiba.
Yeah.
And that time wasn't utilized. That's the only thing where it's like, okay, this is actually a good span of time. Everything else seems like, in terms of like history before present day, it was too close together, like y'all saying. Like what we're seeing right now was what 8 years ago? 10? Well, it can't be 8. It was more than that. I can't tell
because it seems like,
but Shiba doesn't look that young.
And my thing is though too is basically Chihiro for 11 years lived a peaceful life with his father, from what we know of. For the better part of 11 years, right? So in that 11-year time frame, that's not a long time to recover after a long war where y'all genocide a bunch of people. It's not
y'all look like y'all chilling.
Like, that's not a long time. That's not a long time for a group like the Hishaku to pop up, gain enough influence and power to do what they did to Chihiro's dad. That's not a long time.
Right.
It's not. So they got propelled into power very fast. Someone propelled them very fast.
I mean, it's like I said, with the working theory that we got, the Hishaku nigga has to be involved with the Mikaboshi or the island.
Has to be.
Because that would be the only reason that you would even have the need or urge to even want to come
all of this.
To come and kill Rokuhira. So it's.
Like, what's the driving force for him to want to do this? Because you didn't tell us when he faced his uncle. Because did he die? He didn't get killed by the uncle, did he?
Who?
The leader of the
No.
Shock. He didn't die. He's now like his underling, basically, ain't he?
Yeah, damn near.
Because he took over everything. So I'm like, and
his uncle was even like kind of impressed. Which none of this shit is making sense.
Because are you a clan member? Because you can have part of the insect in you without touching the blade? Is that because you're a descendant of this clan?
It's like the uncle impressed, like, oh nigga, you using this Mikaboshi shit, and it's like, well nigga, it ain't even yours. But it's like it's weird, but it's just the dynamic is weird because I'm pretty sure it seems like that's the reason why he didn't off. Because like, hold on, like you got balls, like you try to tap into the sword, knowing what I could like doing all this. Okay, yeah, let's see what you. I don't know where this is going.
The dynamic is extra weird because the Hishaku leader doesn't seem like the type of dude to follow somebody.
But I think
he didn't give off that impression.
But I think he about to write him that way though, because I think in this kid's mind, he's young, so his mind is I can write it whatever. Like I think that's his mindset. Like to him, it's like in Naruto, like back in the day when we used to theorize when we were younger, and we used to say the common sense things that we thought was common sense, right? So when we got introduced to a motherfucker whose name was Nagato Uzumaki, you assumed you was finna get a full-blown breakdown on the Uzumaki clan, Naruto's past, his family connection to it, the whole shebang. Yeah. You didn't get any of that. You didn't get any of that. Any of it. And so it makes you go like, how can I word it? He's a Naruto fan. That's his ish. Like that's his ish.
You said it plainly.
You get what I'm saying? So it's his mindset. I'm not saying it's in a negative way. I'm more so saying it the way I think his mind framing is like, what's the cool thinking? Not the like plot logical thing here. The cool thing to Kishimoto with Nagato was, the connection we're going to have between him and Naruto was that both of them were Jiraiya's student. So they both are Uzumakis and you're going to make their connection meet. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, right. It's for some reason they choose these superficial connections, in my opinion. It's choosing these connections that are kind of like, you choose it because it's kind of easier. It's easier to say Naruto chooses to help Nagato because he was also a student of the Pervy Sage. And at one point, Pervy Sage saw the good in him, just like he saw the good in the other Conan and the other guy too. That's why. Not the fact that all of them are Uzumaki and the fact that their
this
clan
whole show ain't
was persecuted. The whole fact that the
bloodlines.
The whole fact the whole show is based off bloodlines, and the reason why Nagato went through what he went through because he was an Uzumaki, he was persecuted as an Uzumaki. And what did Naruto go through his entire life as an Uzumaki?
The same thing. Well, not the same, but
no, the same thing. No, that's the same thing. The only difference was you just got lucky because you came from a family, a father and a mother who had connections. But Nagato didn't have that. His little close put piece of that was Jiraiya. And Jiraiya kind of did him dirty in the long end of it to a degree. So that's why he went the path he went, because he saw the darker side of it. Instead of you tapping into that family connection, you even have the audacity to introduce a third Uzumaki. And you still, Kaden Uzumaki.
Oh, bro. How can I? Yeah.
So then you have to introduce a third Uzumaki. For some reason, you decided for Naruto to be the only non-redheaded one. You should just gave him his mother's hair. You should just gave him his mother's hair. You should just, if that was the case, you shouldn't have gave him the Uzumaki last name. But whatever. It's like but you see the connection between these two and the weird mistakes they make with their plot lines and things that are kind of just should be logical. Yet you're trying to spice it up by like, I'm going to ignore the fact that Chihiro can make swords. I'm going to ignore the fact that Naruto's last name is Uzumaki and he's eating another Uzumaki twice. But we about to have Uchihas running around like a fucking... it's just weird.
To like sum that up, I feel like it's it's instead of making the logical thing compelling, they're trying to drag unrelated compelling things into the story.
Yes.
Or it's not even unrelated, it's just like you're forcing things to be compelling when it's like there's a clear logical 1, 2 or A1, A2 step process where these characters connect
that you
like,
created.
I'm gonna do my own thing.
The story can
created
write
it.
itself.
Yeah,
Literally. You made it already.
Different.
You already put your pieces of the board. Why?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. It's like, bro, I remember being a kid and remember being introduced and they said Nagato Uzumaki. Everybody said, oh, yep, it's over. We already got Karen. Now we got him. We about to go on the Uzumaki spree. We about to start introducing Uzumakis. It's about to get No. We about to meet 15 million Uchihas and see like
none of the damn, what's their names? Hyugas, the Byakuya.
Hyuga, yeah, none of the Hyuga clan.
None of them matter.
None of them matter.
And it's wild because in other stories you would see that, oh, this person thought they were the last of their kind or they were the last of their clan or da-da-da, and then they meet somebody who's like, oh my god, you know my master, you know this, you're literally my blood. and bro, you don't dive into that,
bro. And even the switch, and I hate to do that. We're gonna switch the topic to Naruto because I hate to do this because I do want to get this off my chest because I don't think I really ever truly talked about this. But Naruto had no interest in the fact that Nagato was an Uzumaki, and that would never make any sense to me. He had no interest, and it just like.
But you don't want family so bad.
It never made any sense to me. It never made any sense to me how he just no interest in Karen being an Uzumaki.
Yeah. You definitely feel you be wanting this connection so bad, this family so bad.
After you had this experience where you met your mother internally in the Ocean Bang and she looks just like Karen.
Right.
It's funny too, because like all these Uzumakis get treated poorly too. It's like they all have that in common, but you don't actually want to connect them.
Apparently their clan was persecuted and the mom, his mother, because her chakra said the mother had to run away, but they were known to be Kyubis, that they were known to pass the Kyubi down to the Uzumaki family. That was Uzumaki clan. That was what they did. They passed it down. So it's like no interest, nothing.
What you know about the Kyubi and all this other
Nothing about the clan. No tablets, no cornerstones, nothing to pass the history down. Sasuke went and found the old Uchiha tablets that was hidden around the world.
And I guess you could parallel that exactly with this Kagura shit, because we got all these clans, and I don't even think, how are you gonna fit them into the story?
We don't know.
I haven't done it yet.
Because even the auction was like, it came and it went. And then the Sazanami not even really kind of even holding any weight anymore.
Except his son. And we didn't even talk about his son, bro. Oh my
god. They did, and they tried to compare him with Gumi. I got so mad.
His son? The dude who can barely use his storehouse?
You're wrong.
They were saying that he was raw. They were saying
he was
raw and more useful.
From what?
Than Megumi. They said he was more raw. They are saying he is more raw and more useful than Megumi. From the auction art.
That's cool. That's ridiculous. But we're talking about just Kagurabachi. After that auction art, how has he been useful? But the problem is, he had, like, the writer is writing him like he can't use his ability and because he knows that if he had even half or even a quarter of his ability,
he's broken.
That it would change the whole story dynamic, and he doesn't want that. So he's like, "Oh, we got to make him weak."
Yeah,
but he better than Megumi.
The nigga should be raw as hell.
He can't fight. I mean, not saying that matters. But it's just that
fight.
I'm saying like he literally can't fight. He's
No,
nerfed.
literally.
Like
He's nerfed.
He can't fight. So it's like
But
I don't.
and the fact that he can't fight, at least be able to use your ability.
But he's nerfed him in a way to where you're gonna have to ass pull it if they make it to where he's back strong again. Because you said his spirit meridians are fucked. So like, how you gonna have to rewrite that?
Him using the ability might make him die.
Like, that's crazy. So you have to you nerf the shit out of him for what? I think he might have been a Megumi fan and got mad at John said that about the nigga. Because he said that he did that right after y'all started talking about he's more useful than Megumi. Right after.
Gosh.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Like,
and bro, and I might be forgetting because it was a while ago. Bro, all he did was access the storehouse, right? Or no, he stabilized Chihiro so that he could fight in the storehouse. Wasn't that what happened? Okay. No. I was about to like undermine it, but no.
He snapped. He
was important in that arc. He definitely was important.
He snapped. Yeah, he snapped.
My nigga should already be. I mean, I'm gonna say not already, but he should be at that level of pulling stuff in and out of this storehouse, getting to it his own, bro. Like, come on, man.
His father should have no choice but to respect him as the next head of the clan. Why are we not going down that plot line? I'm so confused. Why are we still treating him?
And is that he did?
Is he dead?
So I think the head of dead.
So why? Yeah. So why is it? Yeah. So why is he not being?
The only person that never lived was his big brother that was obsessed with him, that loved him so much,
and now he hates him now.
And he lost his memory. So now he's trying to figure out. But he thought of his brother in his head. He's like, why do I love this person so much? I need to figure out why I love, because he has amnesia right now.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is weird. But yeah,
it is weird. Yeah. I forgot about that. He be doing stuff to keep his plot rolling. Jesus Christ.
Because the thing is, like, he could be a really cool. He could really be a decent, non-combatant character. Not everyone needs to be
a scrapper,
hands and slicing stuff. He could just be useful. But he's not.
I don't know.
He's literally a burden right now.
I feel like the style of this story is showing like
you need to be able to scrap. You kind of need to be able to scrap.
Everybody kind of gotta have some hands.
Like it is kind of a story where you feel like everybody needs to kind of have some hands. You're gonna know what your role though. You're gonna need to know your role though.
You don't gotta be the strongest. But you can. I feel like that layer of like you can catch anybody lacking should be like always within the story. Like anybody can get caught.
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Indeed.
That nigga Gojo said, Ijichi, I need you for this move against Sukuna. Me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, your barrier techniques, they fire. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and throw them up for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That type of shit. Or it's like, nigga, not everybody can be out here. But you got a role you play and you do it well.
And it was I guess my final point I'm gonna make too, because we just talked about him being nerfed. When the Kamunabi got raided, I didn't like the sense of calm that like, we got this under control. Like, y'all don't gotta worry about it. We got the strongest niggas in the city. Who would think to raid Kamunabi headquarters? While you're saying all of this, you niggas is getting rolled through. And like
your people who control your base got hacked or like were like infiltrated or whatever. Like
then it seemed like there was never, and I get that, like, you have a certain arrogance because you have a certain level of power to be caught off guard. But it seems like the way y'all were explaining it, we got contingency after contingency. Like, we prepare for some shit like this. We can't let these niggas get to the lower level. We got to keep them up here, woody whoop. But it didn't seem like there was never a shift in intensity of like, okay, hold on, like these niggas getting a little too close to what we got going. Hold on.
There was no urgency.
I didn't really like that. It seemed like y'all was too comfortable, too calm. She telling, as she with the Nerf storehouse dude, she walking with him, telling him like, oh, don't worry, the people above us got us they handle. But even when you with me, don't worry about it. I'm nice enough that we gonna be good. You get whacked. you get whacked. And I get there's moments in the animes in the story that people do get punched in their mouth and was like, you wasn't who you thought you were. But nah, bro, all that shit was kind of whack.
But you like to think about like in Fire Force, for example, where homeboy with the guns was snapping.
Right.
And we was like, oh, he nice with this new nigga. And then homegirl took his head off. We was like, oh. Okay. You know, like, all right.
But I get that happens every arc with
Exactly. And that's when you get, and that's why you get mad, because you're like, you're just trying to keep giving me this same. I'm telling you, it's just a step above Sakamoto days. I'm telling you, it's like a step or two above Sakamoto days, bro. It's just a step or two, bro.
Just to highlight that point, bro. I'm sorry, I gotta call him Hito. I don't remember his name. Hiko, was it? Hiko. So when they was in that like hotel, which that whole arc was just the manager of the hotel is a trained swordsman.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And again, to highlight, this is a swordsman sorcery manga. He's a trained swordsman, trained everybody in his hotel. You can't use sorcery. All you can use is sword. This dude threw a sword behind his back and caught him off guard.
Like it was a basketball.
Like,
he Euro stepped that nigga. He said, "Oh,"
and then he just threw it behind his back. And homeboy said, "He's throwing the sword behind his back. What is he doing?"
Like, bro, are you 2 years old?
I said, "All right, bro. So you at all your years of scrapping, you ain't never seen a nigga throw his sword behind his back, and we in the war of magic sorcery. We in the war of magic swords, and you ain't never in your life throw the sword behind his back."
It was the fact that throwing the sword behind his back was just the ultimate newest
rules. Like, what the fuck?
Like, nigga, these niggas they fight with swords for a living. So you telling me a nigga just
a nigga doing
you didn't see that,
a nigga doing this had your head spinning?
You didn't catch that one, did you?
Bro,
I mean, it's only like a 3 foot fucking blade. Like, you know, how can I hide it? But you know, yeah.
And not only that, you have to put your arm behind your back to do it. So you're limiting your reach. So you're seeing all this happening and you still get your hand and head cut off? What?
Nigga said bitch. Say catch.
That nigga that been dribbling the sword.
This slice his neck.
And I can't lie, bro. His fight was sweet. But it's only the fact that he did this against a trained. If he did it against Chihiro, and the thing is, you know what's a problem? If he did that against Chihiro, and I don't remember if he did. If he did that against Chihiro, he wouldn't have did that.
I'm about to make
he wouldn't have won.
Wait, I'm about to make your husband. He did, and then they said Chihiro got eyes like his daddy, and that's why he was able to see.
Hey, look, and this the same arc they telling us Chihiro don't got sword skill. This nigga, he dribbling the sword behind his back. He like, the fuck is you doing?
But the trained sword master said, just like,
Chihiro, like, the fuck is you doing, nigga? We scrapping for real. Why you doing your sword behind your back? Nigga, what you want?
He stopped doing all that with the fight too. I could see that in my eyes. I was like, my daddy. Like, bro.
Hey, that shit ain't gonna lie. He low-key writing a slick comedy, nigga. That shit kind of funny. That shit kind of funny.
Because you know when it get animated, they're gonna make it so intense where he's just like, and it goes, he'll slice it, he'll do it against Chihiro, and Chihiro and they're gonna do a slow-mo animation narration where he's like,
because the master swords nigga only had one eye. They probably had a nigga eye doing this shit. Like,
I actually do. Was that when he did against Chihiro? Is that when Chihiro got like that special eye thing?
Yeah.
Or was that after?
No, that was. I'm pretty sure it was in that same time because they literally gave him narration of he had eyes like his father, which is why he was able to see through all the stuff that Homeboy was trying to do with his little movements and crap.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of something else because that's innate. But there was also something that it was sorcery that he was doing with his eyes that wasn't like innate.
I can't remember that part. Maybe that was later.
Other stuff.
That was later. That was later.
It was later. It was later because
that was during the raid, wasn't it?
No. It was the same arc.
Or was that when he was fighting the Phoenix nigga?
When Hiko was using his enchanted blade, another problem. When Hiko was using his enchanted blade, he was throwing off everybody's equilibrium. Chihiro was using it with his eyes and his ears to make sure like he stayed balanced.
Right.
Because it was like some is it vertigo that makes you like dizzy or whatever?
Yes,
I think that's his ability.
I remember that, but now you making me question. Well, what the fuck was Chihiro doing?
What you mean?
Like, no, I'm
like
saying,
as in like what was that?
like, yeah, like, what are you doing to stabilize your fucking balance?
And that's the thing. How did you even know to do that? Like how Chihiro just did. He's
talented.
not a skilled swordsman, but he's skilled enough in sorcery that he knows naturally to like, oh, I'd have to put sorcery in my ears and my eyes so I can.
But don't forget though, he doesn't have. See, this is what doesn't make sense to me. This is why I loved it when Gege broke it down in Jujutsu. And the only reason I'm doing this is because this is recency bias of explaining things. I'll use Hunter x Hunter as another example. Nin is your energy. You can push out like raw Nin aura, but then you have your Hatsu, which is your Nin ability.
Right.
Similar to what was talked about in Jujutsu Kaisen, what Gojo said, you have the raw curse energy, but then when you like use it as an ability, it's something else. It's a different type of output. So what confuses me with Chihiro is Chihiro does not have an ability, but he can use sorcery.
Right. And I think they tapped into that because like at first we was like, okay, there's sword use. So that they didn't you didn't necessarily need to use sorcery because it was through your sword. I think they semi-explained that.
But I think the cop-out is that Chihiro can do a lot of stuff with his ability. So I think that's what the cop-out is.
What you mean with the blade?
Yeah, because like with his fish, and he can copy abilities. I think the cop-out is that he can just do. I don't know exactly. I'm finding it, but I think the cop-out is whenever Chihiro does anything, not even specifically for this arc. Whenever he does anything that's out of the rules of the enchanted blade, it's because he stole an ability or his ability was specially made. So like. Or his blade was specially made so like he can do certain stuff. I think that's what
because I remember correctly, he does not have a sorcery. He doesn't have an ability. He does not have one. Like without that blade, he can't do nothing. So
I mean, even that third ability he pulled out for that sword was kind of like, why are you using this now? You could have used this shit during Shoujo, my nigga. Wait,
what third ability?
That Aka. That's what allows you to copy.
Right.
So like why
the copy.
Why wouldn't you? Well, you should have been copying some cloud gouge stuff. Like what was going on, brother?
Dang, he's making stuff up as he go.
The Hiko is looking at him. He's saying he's using the Shiki to strengthen his inner ears as a means of countering Banquet. Banquet is his
right.
true
Okay,
realm.
he was using ability from the sword. Okay.
The ability he was using for the sword was Banquet. That's what Hiko was using. But then
Hiko was using.
But Hiko said that Chihiro is using Shiki to be able
Nishiki, yeah.
And Nishiki is the ability from the sword, from Inten, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of them, yeah.
Is it from specifically Inten?
Nishiki,
I thought Nishiki.
No, Nishiki.
I thought Nishiki was an enchant. It's from his sword or the sword?
It's one of the abilities of. It's one of the fish. You got.
Wait a minute, Zay. Why did you ask that question?
Because I thought there's certain stuff that the swords share.
Because what are the names of the fish? The fish have names.
Yeah, I think I got the
Nishiki ain't one. That's why I thought Nishiki
I swore
was like
Nishiki's definitely one of the.
I thought it was a fish. I thought it was one of the fish. Like I swore it came from Inten.
Hold on, I'm looking at the wiki right now.
Because them niggas could be wrong, shit.
Inten.
Because what are the fish from Inten? I thought it was two things. It's the black fish and then the colorful fish.
It's like Aka and then like Kyo or something.
Ko. K-O-U.
Okay.
I think it is Ko. It is Ko. It's Ko and something else. You're right. Yeah.
So yes, it's Kuro, Aka, and Nishiki.
Kuro? K-U-R-O?
Yes.
Oh, so it's Kuro. So black. That's the black one, Kuro.
Okay.
Aka absorbs attack.
And then what's Nishiki?
Nishiki becomes a cloak of spirit energy that greatly enhances Chihiro's physical abilities.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's that colorful fish, isn't it?
That's the tricolor goldfish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And the third fish looks like what? There's the black one, the tricolor, and it was the
black one is Kuro, Aka is red, and Nishiki
red,
is tricolored.
And Nishiki is the tricolored. Okay, good.
And then this is gonna be one of my last points about the power system in general. Is there magic or no? Did I miss something?
Magic is sorcery, I think.
Oh, he did use it.
How?
Am I tripping?
Because isn't that spirit? Isn't spirit energy sorcery? in this world.
There's a differentiation between spirit and magic. I think they try to use them synonymously, and he doesn't know and I think that's what's going on, bro. I do think so. I don't think there's a difference, and I think he's using terms that technically mean different things in the same meaning, and so we have to wrap our heads around how he means them.
Yeah, I think because even when JJK first came out, I think his story had the word title in the word magic in the title, and then he switched it up to jujutsu, like sorcery and all that stuff.
Originally, JJK Volume 0 was called Tokyo Metropolitan Magic School.
Yeah.
But that's how fans translated it.
Gotcha.
Remember.
And we're at chapter 121.
And English, right? And English fans at one point tried to translate Jujutsu Kaisen into sorcery fight.
Okay.
We said y'all can go to hell.
I do remember that.
Yeah. So we said y'all can go to hell. So, but because sorcery fight doesn't properly encapsulate Jujutsu Kaisen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
But, and this is from someone saying this because I can't pull up the chapter where it says this.
Okay.
But apparently, the Shiki protects Chihiro against magical effects. So the enchanted blades are magical weapons.
Yes, because I think that person is using magic and sorcery synonymously.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going on.
Because in this flashback, they dive into sword making. And it's very clear that sword making is utilizing and harnessing spirit energy. And you making, because the sushi chef was talking about this is the true enchanted blade. And he was making swords. They were thinking like, bro, what makes your sword so special? He's like, oh, nothing. I just know how to imbue it with spirit energy the right way. So they used that technique to make the enchanted blades, but the enchanted blades are magical. But like you said, I think it's the same.
The magic. Like,
he's doing it.
Yeah.
Synonymously.
So sorcery in this story is the utilization of spiritual energy, I believe. I think spiritual energy is what's used to create sorcery instead of it. And so think of mana like you would think mana equals sorcery usually for magic. In this story, spiritual energy is what's used to be able to make sorcery. So what's weird is that we're saying that these cores and things have spiritual energy and they're being manipulated to create the blaze and things is what I'm taking it as, because homeboy said he had to use his spiritual energy to make the blades. So my next thought, so that's why they're saying just sorcery. But what makes me confused is, does that mean everyone can use spiritual energy if trained, but that doesn't mean you have an ability?
I mean,
because Chihiro doesn't have an ability, but he can use the enchanted blades because of spiritual energy, and he has to use spiritual energy to be able to make and repair the blades.
I think they were implying with the ore, the Daiseki ore, that it kind of like, if you tap in with it, if it forms the user's will. So they can make that. I feel like they can make that kind of same argument that, like, he's used like the same way you would tap into a enchanted blade. You might be like, especially with his dad's eye, he can use that kind of like that same like maybe connection to like even form the blade to like kind of do it what you want. Like I want to make a blade out of it.
I get what you're saying,
but that's bullshit.
To the point that Danchou just made, that I didn't think about until just now. If Chihiro can't manipulate spirit energy because of the sword, he shouldn't be able to make these swords.
That's what's confusing me, is that if he cannot,
I didn't even think about
if he doesn't have an ability.
I mean, but we have to pose that same question to his dad, so then, right?
No,
I thought his dad has an ability. His dad can do things. I thought his dad's confirmed the sorcery.
Spirit energy.
His dad has confirmed a sword can do sorcery. Apparently,
yeah, that's fine.
His
dad doesn't. He doesn't use an enchanted blade though. That's what I'm saying. The enchanted blade locks away your spirit energy. You can only use the sword. You don't have a sorcery. his dad never got a sword, so he has full access to the sorcery. Him making a blade isn't a problem. Chihiro though has this stipulation of he doesn't have sorcery because of the blade. So
I'm only asking that. Well, I was saying like, what's are you saying?
But I thought he doesn't have sorcery at all.
Okay, maybe I'm forgetting.
Like I thought Chihiro does not naturally have, because he doesn't naturally able to use it. He does not have an ability. Chihiro cannot, like, for example, one of the first people we saw Chihiro fight is a dude that was using the Russian dolls to blow up. He was not an enchanted blade user. He was a sorcerer. He was called a sorcerer. Yeah. So he introduced characters who can fight without enchanted blades, who use sorcery. I'm not going to use the word magic because they're called sorcerers. So I'm going to say they use sorcery. Okay? But I thought at some point, maybe I'm incorrect, it was stated that Chihiro he doesn't have an ability. He's not a sorcerer, and that he uses the enchanted blades to fight, like as prop, like that's what he has to fight. Early on, I thought that was explained.
Maybe I'm forgetting it, but I feel like that doesn't make sense though, because would he be, well, okay, they haven't gone into details about him being a swordsman.
No, they haven't.
Because he wouldn't be able to do what his dad does if he doesn't have sorcery, right?
But when I'm saying doesn't have sorcery is what I'm saying he doesn't have some type of ability, which I think is the distinction that the story was trying to make. I have to check this. I could be entirely wrong, but that's how my brain wrapped around it. Where there was some distinction what the story was making where it's like, think of cursed energy. Regular humans have cursed energy, but it shoots out. While sorcerers, it cycles within and they can use abilities. So to me, that was where that was the distinction I thought they were trying to make, where these cursed blade users, enchanted blade users, they don't have abilities. They channel spiritual energy through the blades to do sorcery.
Okay.
That's what I thought was the whole thing of it. Cause Sojo, he wasn't a sorcerer. He fought because of the blades. So that's what I don't fully understand. How we ran into somebody who does both? Homeboy. The Hideout clone, right? Did he have an ability?
Yeah.
But we haven't seen.
He had the origami.
Yeah, he had the origami.
We haven't seen him use his ability since using the blade, though.
Was there something said that people's abilities are locked away when they use a blade?
I swear it was.
Maybe it was, and I forgot.
Because, but actually, I feel like I know it was. I think it was during the auction. Because remember when
but he
Shiba
was using the storehouse though.
Huh?
The Sazanabe nigga was still using the storehouse though when he had the enchanted blade.
He was.
Oh, you talking about the
leader? He was still using he was still using the storehouse. But if that was something that was, but
he wasn't contracted to the blade though.
He wasn't. That's true.
They said that
he was not.
His uncle was allowing him to use the blade. Yes,
that's true. He was not contracted.
So it might be like a little loophole in that regard. But I'm pretty sure.
See if you can pull it. Because I can't remember, but now you saying that
he was drawing in the sand, explaining spirit energy to both Chihiro and the Sazanami.
Yes, he sure was.
And I'm pretty sure that's when they was explaining, like, I
do remember that scene
or whatever.
Because I remember that scene making me upset, because I remember thinking to myself, I really wish he would have gave us more than just that, because it still felt very surface level.
And that's when I feel
it felt very surface level.
Things started to fall off. Like if we talking about Post-Shojo, because the auction arc was supposed to be the arc where we get a dive into the power system.
Yeah, it was.
And it seemed like he kept from this point onward, he kept adding stuff without fully explaining it in detail and in execution. It was just like, oh yeah, matter of fact,
this is how this works.
Throw this in.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me add this in. Oh, you just saw this person do that? Let me explain why they can do that. It's like, bro, can we slow down?
And the manga is it's so fun to read just out of action. But it's just like, but then when you're reading it, sometimes you're just like, okay, bro, but like this one right here didn't really make sense all the way. I see what you're trying to do though. I like your aura farm here and there.
And it's kind of irritating talking about it because like we genuinely like Kagurabachi. It's just certain stuff about Kagurabachi we just like we can't ignore this.
Yeah, we want to like it more. Like you said before, we want to like it more.
We want to like it more.
Here it is. I found it when he's drawing in the sand. Chapter 36.
Yes. 36.
Yeah, the power you use for sorcery is innate. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. It's literally the beginning of the chapter. Chapter 36, Geniuses. It says, there are a number of stages to becoming a sorcerer. First, you train to summon spirit energy. So it sounds like Nin. You can train to summon spirit energy. You can train to unlock Nin. And circulate it through your body, like I was saying. Next, you use that spirit energy to unleash sorcery. Okay, that's what I was saying. So then it's the power you use for sorcery is innate. It dwells in the physical body of the individual. Oh, that was really copying JJK. Wow, okay. So like that's so basically he's saying it's engraved in your body. The same thing Gojo said. Mm-hmm. It's engraved in your body. Then he goes, the kind of sorcery you use is predetermined. They said the same thing twice, okay? Once you learn to unleash it, your intuitive understanding of it deepens gradually. Just like Gojo was saying, you begin to unravel its mysteries. And then he goes into in the lineage like the Sazanami clans, your sorcery is inherited. You've got 10-to-1 odds that your power will be Iso. And if you ask me, I think spirit energy is already circulating in your body. Next, if you can find how to unleash that spirit energy, no matter how subtle its force, you can hold on to that feeling and learn to wield it. That's when you can truly grasp the extent of the power that resides within you. That's what he was saying to Homeboy to help him understand how to grasp his sorcery. So, and when he realized how to grasp his sorcery, that's when he realized his sorcery is the storehouse.
Yeah.
So, I don't see the stuff about being locked away with an enchanted blade yet.
Yeah, I thought that was in that chapter, but it's obviously.
It might be earlier on than like first arc then.
I'm assuming it has to be early on. But at the same time, I feel like there was never any talk about spirit energy until that point. It was always just sorcery. It was never talking about channeling spirit energy until that chapter. Until that page, I'm pretty sure, because I remember reading it, I'm like, spirit energy? That's literally how I read it. I'm like, spirit energy? When did this happen?
Yeah, no, spirit energy is just what they use to make the magic, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's to do the sorcery, that's it. Yeah, I don't see things about being locked away in this chapter when you use.
Bro, and it's irritating, like, side tangent, with FlameBone, but also with the dude from the Sazanami, his son, one of like the middle child, used a Daiten Seki weapon.
Oh, the little pill shit, yeah, the little Daiten Seki pill.
Yeah. But you know what's interesting? I know y'all don't remember this. This is from the wiki, so it might be wrong, but assuming.
Wait, how the fuck this shit has to... Sorry, go ahead.
That weapon, the Daiten Seki weapon that the son took, it's the Shoujo clan.
Is the who?
Shoujo. That's what this wiki said. So they could be wrong, but they saying that
he was a scientist nigga and he made him. So yeah.
Who?
Shoujo, he was a scientist. Remember, he was working with the shit.
Shoujo was a scientist, yeah. He was a smart ass nigga.
Oh, bro, I read this wrong. I'm thinking that it was the Shiba's clan. That it was like
Sogo, the Sogo clan. They like Sogo
clan.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
What's the name of it?
Say, bro.
I just read here. That didn't make sense to me. Maybe I read this wrong. But when I was reading this chapter here, homeboy with the storehouse, it says the storehouse isn't inherited by blood and by a ceremony. So how the hell did this nigga get it?
Where'd you read that? That's in the chapter?
In the literal chapter, he gets it.
But I swear it was passed down by blood.
I mean, clearly because he's a blood member and he got him. But
they were making it seem like because once you're decided that you're going to be the head of the clan, you have to go through a ritual to inherit the technique or to inherit the storehouse.
Yeah.
So yeah,
he got it. Weak.
But he got it by blood though. But he got the storehouse by blood. And he also got Iso by blood. And then also in the same chapter, because I forgot they said this, in the same chapter, they said that the literal founder of their clan was the only motherfucker born to be able to do both. In the exact same chapter that he unlocks it, they literally give the flashback of them talking about how the maverick of their founder and maverick of their clan was born able to use Iso and storehouse. And being able to use the storehouse, aka he created the storehouse, it was heretical to be able to create a subspace. So you gave this dude who was going to be pretty much Chihiro's dick rider the ability to be the next coming of the founder of their clan, and then nerfed him and said, if he uses it, he dies. You're going to reverse that. That doesn't even make fucking sense.
Oh, so that's why they was making the Megumi comparisons.
Yeah,
gotcha.
That's why, because he was the founder of his setup is the exact same. The founder, there was no other person to ever be able to do both except the founder of the clan. He's the first one to be able to do it since the founder of the clan.
Right, it's inception. That's crazy.
And the founder made the subspace.
Right.
And the subspace had to be passed down via ceremony, but he was able to be born having it and using it at the same time as the dad that got it via the inheritance ceremony.
I remember reading the wiki. I remember around the time when they explained this. So it's saying, because the Enchanted Blade is a lifelong contract.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Through that lifelong contract, the bearer sorcery governing nerves will be displaced and deformed in such a manner that the bearer will lose the ability to use their innate sorcery. I remember that being explained when we got introduced to Chihiro's daddy's fanboy. I'm pretty sure, because they were explaining like in his back when he lost the Enchanted Blade, like he had to like learn his sorcery again or something like that. If I remember correctly.
That does sound.
Yeah. So no, you literally you can't use your innate sorcery if you are contracted to the Enchanted Blade.
Got you.
Since Chihiro is still contracted to his Enchanted Blade, wouldn't that mean he can't? Well, I guess we don't know how swords are made, so I'll take that back. I'm gonna say he shouldn't be able to make these swords, but I don't know.
Wait, you're right, because his nose would be locked in certain ways, right? I guess you can still use your spiritual energy, but it will rearrange the inscribing that causes you to be able to use your sorcery, I guess, in your body.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
Y'all know what it is? None of that matters because he got special eyes.
Right. His special eyes can help him see through everything that's gonna make it difficult for him to.
Yeah, even if he can't use it. But again, I don't know if we're right on that. But if that is the case, that his innate sorcery was locked away, but he can make these swords, that doesn't make sense. He shouldn't be able to do that. It's funny too, like I feel like in recent years people are like, wow, all these kids are able to do all this stuff. Y'all not talking about that when it comes to Kagurabachi.
They not.
Y'all ain't talking about Chihiro doing whatever. Then his op throwing a sword behind his back and he can just do cool stuff. And honestly, when he first popped up, I thought his power was sweet with the origami. He only used it one time.
True. Yeah.
He only used it in that one fight.
I just didn't like his comparison. Like the rivalry. I mean, maybe he could have stuck. It's your story. You can write it however. But the rivalry just seemed forced, especially for Chihiro not even to really see the nigga as a rival. And you like, we the same. We're the same. He's like, dude.
Yeah, I don't like this shit. None of this going back and trying to reevaluate and stuff. I didn't like the fact that he was in the Kamunabi and they had him arrested and homeboy was talking to him like, we should just kill you and take it and like And you want to be cool
Yeah.
with these niggas? Like, I don't know, bro. Like,
There's a few times like when I was reporting, I made a face. I'm just like, I thought to myself, man, the more we talk about this, the more I don't like
he
it.
do certain stuff to where I'm like, why does Chihiro want to be cool with these dudes? Like, why are we even trying to?
Yeah,
Because they're the
feed into
good
him.
guys.
They're not.
we were saying that a while ago. Chihiro should, and what we just said he should have teamed up with the swordsman. Even if he didn't do that, he should have his own faction where he moving differently. And it's like you have the pinnacle, the quote unquote pinnacle of sorcery backing. So you having your own faction shouldn't be a problem because it seemed that Shiba not with these guys anyway. He not fully committed to them. So it shouldn't even been a problem for him to move a different way. And it hasn't been shown that he would have been restricted. Because Shiba pops up anywhere he needs to.
He supposed to be starting his own little sorcerer family right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
And they are doing that. It's just weird. You got ninjas and Samora's daughter.
Yeah, he started his own little mini clan, I guess, and we gonna see where it goes, see where he took it.
I feel like we done with it.
I'm done with them. I was trying to see if I could learn something new about them blades blocking people's sorcery, but I can't find no new information. So
Yeah, I feel like I know around what chapter it was,
Good question.
but
I'm looking and I can't find it exactly right now. But I was just trying to see if I can find something.
yeah, I wish in the wiki they would put the. Oh wait, they did the chapter. Okay, hold on.
I'm doing the wiki right now. I'm about to look and see.
They say in chapter 18. I don't feel like that's the right chapter.
Chapter 18.
That's what I'm saying.
That's early. I mean, it could be true though because it could be them trying to give us some early information about the blades.
Yeah.
Let's see. That was when he beat Sojo. Lifelong contract. A limiting mechanism built into all of Rukaro's enchanted blades. So he built it into that. Once someone takes a position of an enchanted blade, they are the only one who can use it. Ever since the previous owner, Cloud Guardian, was killed at the time of Rukaro's murder, all the brew of the enchanted blades during the Sentai War have been under the Kamunabi's protection. As long as they're allowed to protect the enchanted blades can't be used. In other words, Cloud Guardian was the only real threat to Kamunabi, however. And now he's dead. I don't see any explanation. They mentioned the lifelong contract, but I don't see anything about the powers being locked away.
So I forgot about this part. They said the Cloud Gorge was the only real threat to the Kaminabi. Obviously, that's not true. And was he mean like threat as like some enchanted blade user? I'm assuming they're talking about the only enchanted blade threat.
Yes, because
it
had to
they
be.
know they got options.
That's what they meant.
Yeah, that's a fair.
I think that's what they meant in there.
I hope that's what they meant. I'm gonna give him the benefit of that.
My bad. Did you read the part 2 where he said why all the swords were connected?
No.
It says when creating the first 6 enchanted blades, Kunishige did not have enough time to create individual complex spells for each contract. So compensated by tying the Magatsumi contract, which is the sword that the uncle has.
Yes.
Tying that contract to the other 5 in such a way that if the blade bearer was to die, all the other blade bearers would die as well in a matter of days.
That was stupid.
As fuck.
Why did he do that? To save time? What? That was dumb.
That is like the weirdest.
He's gonna have to explain that in the flashback of why he chose. I don't remember that being explained that way. Maybe at the time it didn't seem as crazy to me. Cause that sounds crazy.
I think I said he didn't have enough time to create. You had enough time to make the goddamn swords, but you didn't have time to make individual contracts for the sword.
This is going to irritate me. I know that this is the thing because the only reason why Chihiro went there is because he can't use sorcery.
Contracts.
The only reason why he has protection is because he can't use sorcery.
Got it. Found it. 82, page 7. My eternal contract was severed. From what they tell me at one point, I was clearly dead. This is when homeboy came back to life, the fanboy. He
yeah,
came
see, I
back
knew
to
it
life.
was-
It's
I
a
knew it was
miracle,
him.
like a fetus. He said he implant the flames of mercy into my body so that it would activate after my death. I get it in principle, but revival. I don't know how he did it, but Mr. Samura cultivated that ability. Clearly, he didn't have that power 18 years ago to release the sword bearers from our eternal contracts. So it's kind of ass for me. But he said,
Now he can use the sorcery.
but there are limitations to this kind of sorcery. Even with the spell implanted, if the sorcerer dies, the spell dies too. So it wouldn't work if he implanted it in himself. In other words, this tactic of serving only the eternal contract couldn't be applied to Mr. Samura himself. Mr. Samura must know that. Nobody else has to join me. He intends to die alone. But if he dies, doesn't that mean the rest of y'all die too? Like it just...
No. Only the uncle. Only if the uncle dies.
No, but I'm saying, didn't he just say...
What Vic said?
No, let me reread what I just said. A source, he says, revival. He says, I do not know how he did it, but Mr. Samura cultivated that ability, revival, to release the sword bearers from our eternal contracts. He then says, but there are limitations to this kind of sorcery. Even with the spell implanted, if the sorcerer dies, the spell dies too. So it wouldn't work if he implanted it in himself. So in other words, this tactic of severing only the eternal contract couldn't be applied to Mr. Samura himself. Mr. Samura must know that. So
How the fuck does that make sense?
So what he's saying is, and this is what that's what I'm thinking what he's saying, is that Samura unlocked the ability to revive you after your death with his magic. So he slices you and implants a spell in you, a flame spell in you, that revives you after you die. But I guess doesn't it revive you instantly? It takes time. So he's saying that Mr. Samura can't do it to himself, because if he slices himself and implants it and he dies, the ability can't activate, because if the sorcerer dies, the ability, he says, if the sorcerer, he said even with the spell implanted, if the sorcerer dies, the spell dies too. So if the revival spell dies, you're not revived anymore. So the flame isn't. So do you get what I'm saying?
That's why I said why that shit don't make sense.
So
isn't Samura planning to kill himself though?
I thought so.
I'm pretty sure he's dead now.
Samura's not dead right now,
No,
right?
no,
he is. No, he is. Yes, he is.
What?
Yes, he is. Samura's
You got
dead.
what? You got what?
He got
by
whacked
uncle.
by uncle. Yes, he is. He's dead.
Yeah.
He protected Chihiro and died. Correct. But everybody's alive.
That was making me think too, because he moved his sword somewhere. So I'm thinking we finna get a whole new roster of swords, man.
But the thing is not even just that though. He didn't do this to all the contractees. So there's still contractees still contract to their swords and the eternal contracts. Which means so now that's why he's trying to write Chihiro being able to break the things within 10.
So that's what I'm saying. The 5 swords connecting, so that if they all die, they still all die, or is that done now?
No, I think that's still a thing.
No, it's still a thing.
Okay.
And I think Chihiro is now trying to be the one to break it for the rest of them.
Interesting.
And Samura is just dead now. Samura's route was going to be this. Chihiro's like, we can go a different route. And now Chihiro's picking up the route because now Chihiro is making blades that can break the cycle, that can break that spell. So the new Cloud Gauge is going to have that. We're going to be able to do it. The intense upgrade is going to be able to do it. So this is what he's doing. This is what he's doing. You ready? And this is what I'm going to guess. He's using Intent. Samura's daughter's about to have an enchanted blade. And homeboy, now that he's super weak with his nose messed up, is about to get an enchanted blade to help him out because his nose is messed up. The 3 of them about to get blades. It's about to be the 3 of them as a squad with blades.
I can see his daughter getting those swords.
Made by Chihiro. Oh yeah. She's already kind of nice apparently. So like made by Chihiro.
Shoot, or a ninja. One of the ninjas, the short ninja.
I don't think they're gonna get blades.
The 7 swordsmen, or the last 2 for real. I don't know what they're doing.
We don't know what they're doing for real. Cause it's that girl and the sushi dude, right?
Yeah. It's gonna piss me off because I know the girl raw. I know she got it. Her fight's gonna be sweet.
Killing off the enchanted blade user that was there because he got fat and lazy was so weird to me, but I guess that's a weird trying to spice up your plot.
It pissed me off because his design looked sweet and we didn't even see his face.
But you introduced me to the brother.
Like, the nigga was probably nicer than...
And then I thought the brother was gonna be rough.
He does a really bad job of like deconstructing and subverting expectations. Like he needs to stop. Like you need to stick to tropes and just do a good job with them because you're not good at subverting. You're not. You need to just stick to.
We were talking about this, like one of my like pet peeves with stories is like when there's a way to do it where it can be good, but when writers like make you think the world is one way or make you think a character is one way or make you think a government is one way, and then there's to be one piece of information that's like that all that you thought was a lie, and that happens in every story. That's not something that's new. That's normal storytelling,
but it's not always done well.
And it's not always done well, and you can't do that every single arc.
Every arc.
We get some more information. It's like, oh, but we didn't know this. Or,
yeah, I yawned at the tiredness of that fucking. That shit's tiring, man. But yeah, but girl, but that I'm sorry. I just wanted to, when we started talking about that chapter, when you mentioned it and said, "Did I read that Kagurabachi chapter?" And I said, "You know what? I didn't. Let me go read that chapter."
Yeah, we weren't supposed to talk about this at all.
But I had to talk my shit. It was about time we got this off our chest. Because this series has been making me upset just because I want to love it way more than what I do.
Yeah. There's so many cool concepts.
So cool.
The true realm concept is raw. It's just, we only seen like 3. We saw Samura's a little bit. Chihiro. Well, we see Chihiro? Chihiro like used like a small part of it, I think. But then we saw Hiko's true realm. That concept is raw, but it's just the way it's being executed. Why do you keep feeling like you have to add more stuff to your power system? Just explore what you got. Like if you just explore, like if we just got details on what FlameBone was, FlameBone is, and is flame. Yeah, the way that y'all said it, FlameBone isn't the only weapon like that. I didn't say like it's the only.
Yeah, I don't think they said it's only.
Shiki clone or counter.
No,
they didn't say it like it was the only one in existence. So for that to be said, and even if it is, regardless, we haven't seen none of it.
Mm-mm. So yeah. I don't know, man. It's just the Kagurabachi got a lot of stuff going on with it that at this point now I'm just like I still follow it as of now just to hopefully see it get better. Like we said earlier, I want to follow this flashback arc until it's in just the what discovery you just hit. You're muted.
You muted.
My bad. I was just finishing the chapters. We got to a certain point we just got to talking about that. But I'm finishing the chapter. And you were making this like an event, the Hiroshima talks, this whole thing that just happened. This is an event that happened. Only Shiba came back alive.
This was an arc itself?
No, just saying like how it ended. You're basically saying like, these 6 men, basically all these 6 men were heavy hitters. And all these men died. Shiba is the only one who made it back alive. This and that. Mm-hmm. It's like, bro, like
yo, it's OD, bro. Yeah, it's OD, bro. It's like, bro, it's like, when did you? And here for you to finally explain to us what exactly Shiba is doing. Saying change physical appearances, properties.
This fake tension, and then when we do have like serious tensionful moments, you kind of throw it away with dudes who just strong for no reason, just to add an element of, oh, they're not as strong as you thought, or there's always someone stronger, or I gotta write this like this so certain things happen in the story. It's like, yeah, that's fine, but just do it in a more like
succinct way.
Yeah. So I can follow it. The fact that we're still confused on the power system.
And I mean, my confusion only lies in just like nothing. I just don't remember it. So I have to sit there and tell myself, right, so spiritual energy is sorcery is, and then like other stuff is like, and when I say remember, I have to just remember it because nothing you do is set in stone. And even past that, it's like, I mean, stuff is set in stone, but nothing you do makes me feel like I remember it because you've honed in fundamentals to me in certain ways. You didn't. So I just don't have, you know what I'm saying?
That's the problem. Like, there's no fundamentals, and he's trying to explain like big brain esoteric concepts.
Yes.
That we can't even
grasp. Right.
Like, it's impossible. Like, bro, when he was talking about the true realms, and then he mentioned like what, dark arcane or something like that, dark power. In the end, Mr. Samura used dark power, an esoteric realm of the enchanted blades even my father couldn't fathom. Power that sacrifices life. In other words, the enchanted blades' ultimate arcana. That's a big chunk of explanation. Yes. That's a big thing, but the problem is...
When you say something your father can't fathom, but what I don't understand what your father could fathom.
Exactly. And the statement itself isn't... There's nothing wrong with it. It's everything else around that state. Everything else we've gotten with the power system, it doesn't help us
understand that. There's no context enough for that, for me to really know what you mean. Like, if I really had a real understanding of the fundamentals of what your father gave to what's going on, then I really could grasp what you mean by some dark arcane and what Shiba really is for. I mean, what Samura really grabbed there. But based on what I know so far, your pops thing touched the end all be all of this, clearly. I mean, he wasn't even the originator. This came from a whole different clan. So your dad don't know everything. So I could care less about what your father could.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
the wiki said the black shit or the dark aura or dark arcane or whatever uses life force.
Yeah. You said Chihiro said that.
Okay, so like I don't like when that's
because Samura used up his life force to
that's when stuff becomes way too different because a lot of stuff using your life force is connected to that spiritual energy stuff. So yeah, I don't know.
And what's weird is that the way that Chihiro was talking, he didn't say this directly, but or maybe I'm. In the end, Mr. Samura used dark power, an esoteric realm. So
it's a realm?
You saying it's an esoteric realm separates it from the concept you just introduced called the true realm.
Right.
There's two, like, the power system is fun and I think it can make sense. It's just the vocabulary is like
all over the place. Right.
And I feel like that's also what contributes to like us not understanding it.
Right.
So that's why I think it's not bad. Like, right. Just flat out. Some of it we might not understand because the vocabulary isn't correct.
Yeah. Yeah, the vocabulary isn't good enough.
Because you can't say in an esoteric realm of the enchanted blades when you just talked about
something called a true realm. So what? So now you have to
connect to the enchanted blade.
Because now you have to define realm to me in comparison to what an enchanted blade is. Is this like a physical realm, or are you using realm as more so as like an esoteric state of tapping into the blades? You know, like
because it seems like, which is weird. I guess true realm. In the way it's being I'm not saying this is what they're saying, but how it is presented. The true realm will be external, and this dark power esoteric realm will be internal, which you can like utilize your life force to do certain stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm just making that up just because of how it's being like,
interpreted. Like you're interpreting it, yeah.
Yeah, but that's confusing.
Yeah,
that's confusing. Like, and we got that dark power thing literally like what? Not even 20 chapters after like the true realm stuff. That was the end of part 1.
What?
That was the last chapter.
What?
When he talked about the dark power, the esoteric realm.
Oh, but remember, true realm got first introduced in like chapter 13, chapter 14.
True realm?
The title of chapter 14, I think, is True Realm. He talks about True Realm.
He did.
In chapter 13, 14. Doesn't really explain it much, but it's brought up. Like he says what it is, but it's like, to me, it sounds like a flow state. Like, it sounds like a flow state connection. Well, that's what I remember True Realm. Like, that's how I kind of see it as. It's like a flow state type of setup.
Yeah, now that you say that, I kind of do remember it, and it was kind of like,
because he was talking about how Sojo was locked in like that with the True Realm stuff. That's where it was all of that Sojo time.
So has Chihiro already been using True Realm?
I mean, if I remember correctly, no,
Okay.
but I remember correctly the way he brought it up like he knew what it was, and that Sojo was the one tapping in, not him though. But I think he just talked about or something like that. Cause then I think Sojo tapped into the True Realm and killed all them niggas. Like that was like when they introduced it, and then it like built up into Sojo murking them all and him using the True Realm.
I was about to say because the Hiko nigga used like a whole domain.
Exactly.
So,
but I don't think that was called True Realm. I think he literally just, what did they call that? That was something. He did something. And that's why we want to be more detailed when we talk about storylines, people. That's why Mangaka, we want to give us a little bit more these power systems and these battle showing people. They can make sense. And people gonna eat it up when the anime come out. They're gonna eat it up because it's gonna be raw. It's gonna look good. But is it? But is it gonna make sense?
Watch it too.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, them fights gonna be nice.
But Gundam better. Okay. But yeah, man, anything else to Kagurabachi, man? Let's wrap it up here, man. We've been talking about it for longer than I think we should have been. We enjoyed it. I enjoyed finally getting into Kagurabachi with y'all fellas. We've been wanting to talk about Kagurabachi and our feelings for a while.
as you can tell, yeah.
Right, we won't be doing this too often. Trust us. We don't want to talk too much about things we dislike around here.
No promise.
True. Very true. Very true. We might have to come back in here and say, Kagurabachi, you dropped. No plan. But who knows? We'll see what happens though. We are definitely enjoying it. But anything else you fellas want to say before we cut this one off, or we wrap this one up here?
We okay to bit. No, I'm playing. No.
We don't.
Oh, for real.
We okay.
So,
I kind of like how we went straight into it, like this normal stuff, you know.
You know what I'm saying? We snapping. I'm happy to be here. We got a nice little aura going on here. We got a nice little vibe, you know. Finally we can finally we can you know what I'm saying? We can tap in and we can really talk. You know what I'm saying? Vibe out with each other and really do our thing. But thank y'all for coming back to the Three Layer Lotus Podcast. You know, Danchou's Hideout. We're gonna be bringing more content like this to y'all. We finally on camera. We finally doing a thing. You know what I'm saying? We jumped right into it for excitement for y'all. We didn't even do no intros, but we're gonna try to go back to the intros and stuff like this.
Yeah, we not gonna do that all the time.
Yeah, we just got excited this time. We went to Kagurabachi at Durant. But then now we can finally do, you know, we can do our reaction vids for y'all. We may get some Patreon content rocking once we really get some motion going. And then we're going to get the Three Layer Lotus Podcast. Three Layer Lotus Podcast channel up. So y'all going to see us on that official channel sooner than later. And then this channel will be back to probably a little silent until I start posting my own little solo content, maybe YouTube shorts. So we'll see y'all. But yeah, thanks once again for coming back to the Hideout, you guys. And we are so glad you guys are listening to the Three Layer Lotus Podcast. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate you all. Show us some love because we love y'all, depending on what your anime taste is. And if you haven't watched at least 500 anime, we don't want to hear what you got to say. If you haven't at least read at least 500 manga, I don't want to hear what you got to say. And it's your boy Danchou. Say peace out, my fellas. Hey.
It's the Three Layer Lotus.